What's up, everybody? Let's try that again. Randy with Nerds Templar. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Easter Friday to you. It's we missed a couple days, but we've been busy. We've been hard at work. Trust me. And we're gonna make up for the missed streams. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's why we're here right now. And you get face cam, even though I look, like I'm really cold because it's always cold in here, but that's okay. I mean, I like the warmth more than the cold, but it's fine. It'll be all right. Let's begin. As you can see, we're at the chapel. We're at Ben City, hanging out as usual. Monkcraft time. Uh, we will begin, of course, with our daily gospel. We're going to go back because I know you guys don't want to miss out on the ones that we missed for the stream. So we're going to go back. We're going to do all of those. And I thought about maybe doing one in the beginning, one at the end, but I think we're just going to do more streams and then we'll just keep doing them in the beginning and we'll catch up that way. So I'm thinking maybe you get double header stream today and tomorrow. That'll be fun, I guess, for you maybe and for me. I mean, it'll be great. Get to actually play some of the game now. You'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe you already know from the title. Maybe you already know from the Discord. Like and subscribe and join the Discord if in at any point during the stream you feel like this might just be the community for you. This Christ-centered, traditional-minded, family-friendly, wholesome, fun community. We will get back to why does it close every single time when I do that? I don't know what I do, but I do it every time. Let me keep that over here in case you see any special interesting things. I actually, it's not only the new stuff we have here, but and many things that I've been discussing with like the moderator crew, sort of the ones in the knowest of the know on Discord. We have some big plans coming. Some of the things you already know about. We have another big plugin. I'll talk about it later. That I want to implement into our game here. Big pack, not just a plugin. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. Hold on, I'm going to bring up not quite yet, but I am going to get prepared our music here again. Don't listen. Shh. Don't listen to. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know why I always close this every time. Yes, we have many other big things coming along that they know about, but I actually have come up with a few ideas on my own that are also new and are going to be so awesome whenever it's finally time to do them. So you're just going to have to stay tuned and see what those are. And again, if you join the Discord, you can maybe even then join us here. Put in an application, a Minecraft application in the text channel, Minecraft application. Believe it or not, and you can maybe join us here in Monkraft and all our other fun stuff. But here we go. Let's do our daily gospel. Again, this is the Wednesday gospel. So I'm gonna also turn my camera off for this. Everyone, remove your hats, right? I want you to see my not I'm not bald. Okay, guys, listen. I'm not bald. I look at all this hair I got. It's just, it's a little messy right now, so I'm leaving it. It always is because I'm always wearing a hat, but So I'm gonna turn the camera off. All right. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, Amen. And this is the gospel according to Luke. Glory to you, O Lord. That very day, the first day of the week, two of Jesus' disciples were going to a village 7 miles from Jerusalem called Emmaus, and they were conversing about all the things that had occurred. And it happened that while they were conversing and debating, Jesus himself drew near and walked with them, but their eyes were prevented from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing as you walk along?" They stopped, looking downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, said to him in reply, "Are you the only visitor to Jerusalem who does not know of the things that have taken place there in these days?" And he replied to them, "What sort of things?" They said to him, "The things that happened to Jesus the Nazarene, who was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before God and all the people. How our chief priests and rulers both handed him over to a sentence of death and crucified him. But we were hoping that he would be the one to redeem Israel. And besides all this, it is now the third day since this took place. Some women from our group, however, have astounded us. They were at the tomb early in the morning and did not find his body. They came back and reported that they had indeed seen a vision of angels who announced that he was alive. Then some of those with us went to the tomb and found things just as the women had described, but him they did not see. And he said to them, "Oh, how foolish you are! How slow of heart to believe all that the prophets spoke. Was it not necessary that the Christ should suffer these things and enter into his glory?" Then, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he interpreted to them what referred to him in all the scriptures. As they approached the village to which they were going, he gave the impression that he was going on farther. But they urged him, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening and the day is almost over." So we went in to stay with them. And it happened that while he was with them at table, he took bread, said the blessing, broke it, and gave it to them. With that, their eyes were opened and they recognized him, but he vanished from their sight. Then they said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he spoke to us on the way and opened the scriptures to us?" So they set out at once and returned to Jerusalem, where they found gathered together the 11 and those that were with them, who were saying, "The Lord has truly been raised and has appeared to Simon." Then the two recounted what had taken place on the way and how he was made known to them in the breaking of the bread. The gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a fitting end. Of course, we see again, just like Mary Magdalene at the tomb doesn't recognize our Lord at first. Is that his doing? Perhaps, is he sort of hiding his countenance at first? Or, in Mary's case, it certainly seemed like she was, maybe overtaken a little bit by grief at first to recognize him. Perhaps with these guys, they're a little bit too caught up in their own conversation, right? To recognize who this stranger might be. Of course, it does seem a little odd that you'd be so caught up that you don't even see the person at all. So it does seem as though, again, this is our Lord's doing in a sense that he's he's hiding his who he is in a way, revealing to these two disciples, Cleopas and the other. There is actually a traditional name, a name given to him by tradition as well, and just recounting all of the Old Testament and the New, because of course everything points to him. That's what it's all about. What all of it was a precursor for our Lord, and so he goes through and he tells them all about it. But it's not until they're with him, they sit down, he gives the blessing, and he gives it to them. The same thing at the Last Supper that he does there. It's only in the breaking the bread, as they say at the end. It was in the breaking of the bread that they recognized him, because that's what he left for us. That's how he wants us to, not the only way he wants us to receive him, but it is the way that we can most fully receive him. Of course, that's, as Catholics, we believe that we're not just receiving a wafer or a piece of bread or anything, that it is actually just like the bread at the Last Supper. It is actually turned into our Lord, his body, his blood, his soul, and divinity. We call it transubstantiation. It just means to change the substance of the thing. If you want to go into a philosophical thinking of it, which I always do because I'm a philosopher at heart. That's just the way I think. Uh, it's like, say you have a dog. A dog has its dog nature, right? There's the nature of a dog, its substance, the dogness of it, and then it has all its outward things that might change depending on what kind of dog you're talking about, like Sydney or I'm sorry, Pundy, I'm forgetting your dog's names right now, but or like one of Pundy's dogs, like they're totally different dogs. But they're both dogs. They still got their dogness about them, right? They're still a dog. Uh, so that's what we're saying is basically when our Lord says something, it happens. It's true, right? He's God. What he says goes. When he gets a piece of bread, when it is a piece of bread, or he gets a chalice of wine, when it is a chalice of wine, and he says, "This is my body," or he says, "This is my blood given for you," and then he says, "Do this in remembrance of me," not just like remember, do this little thing to remember what I've done here. No, like this is like, do this, do re, re, re enact basically what I'm doing. This was the priesthood, the initiation of the priesthood at the Last Supper. That the apostles were there gathered with him. They received the first Eucharist, other than Judas, as we saw. Um, but what happens then is, of course, we can see that like that it looks the same. It all of the physical features are the same, but the substance itself, the thing itself, has changed underneath. So it's almost like if, again, I'm not trying to be, of course, sacrilegious, obviously, but say, we'll just put it in any other terms, any other thing that our Lord would have said, "This is my body," or "This is my blood." That thing underneath that thing, it might look the exact same, but that thing is now the substance of which that thing is now him. That's because he's God and he said so, right? We take him at his word when he says it. He's very clear. Also, read John chapter 6 if you want a little more clarity on it. But this is just one of many. And this is, of course, in Luke. This is a very unique story in Luke here. The disciples on the road to Emmaus, very unique to Luke. And again, but they all the Gospels, all of it, more than just the Gospels, of course, the Scriptures, New Testament, Saint Paul, his letters pointed to this, the need to discern the body and blood of our Lord, as St. Paul would say. And those who don't drink, eat, and drink death upon themselves, that's how serious it is, because it's Him. And that's why, again, as Catholics, we do worship that. We don't think of it as just a symbol. That would actually, if it's just a symbol, there's no reason to do it. But it's not. It's actually Him. It's our Lord. Um, and again, these disciples recognized Him in that. And as soon as the bread was broken, he was gone. He was finished from their sight. Again, he's revealing himself in these first days after the resurrection to his disciples a little slowly, right? Almost like he knows that they can't just they're not quite ready. As he says in the beginning, and this isn't just them because the Holy Spirit has not come down yet, right? Pentecost has not come. We are getting there, right? Pentecost, 50 days. But where is it here? They say um or our Lord says, I should say, right here, how foolish you are. Our Lord calling them foolish. I love it. Because of course he's not, it's different than saying, you fool. There's such a different connotation there. How foolish you are. How slow of heart to believe all that the prophets spoke. Because you're, first you're stuck in your own way of thinking about it, but also, probably grieving very heavily. And you're just not quite understanding. And it's not just them. It was all of the apostles, all the disciples, including also the apostles. Perhaps not Our Lady. She carried a lot of things in her heart throughout our Lord's life. She was given the prophecy early on by Simeon. She may have known, but everyone else, yeah, was grieving and distraught. I'm sure that these guys, just like these guys on the road, they're like, they're obviously distraught. As it says, they're downcast. Guys, just like, who are you? Where have you been? Nothing happens around here. One thing happens and you don't even know about it. What's up with that? And then he goes on, right? And he tells them everything that they need to know, but they weren't ready to perhaps know everything. Maybe that's a sign of that. Are we ready to know everything? That's the real question. As Pilate asks our Lord, what is truth? Maybe we ought to be asking that question and seeking the answer to it. Our Lord already said he is the way, the truth, and the life. And nobody comes to the Father except through him. So that's the way we go. And now we got another way to go in a sense. We are going to begin the 150,000 journey, thousand lock journey with Elytra because guys, I got to show you something awesome. I also have to maybe do a little bit extra stocking up here real quick. What's going on, Rick Psych Gamer? How you doing? Welcome. Let me see. Yes. So we are currently at, where is it? Distance by Elytra. Yes. We are less than 150,000 blocks from 2 million or 2,000 kilometers, which I'm pretty sure is 2 million blocks. Pretty sure. We actually have to do a little bit more, flying here, real quick. Let's get on with it. All right, all right. Let's do that real fast. Yeah, throw this book in here. Definitely got to get a couple bundles going. Okay, I'm like I'm having some issues. Definitely got to get some bundles going here soon for these. Like now, probably. Actually, hold on. Do I have an extra piece of leather? I don't. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, I do actually have a bunch. I was just getting, I got everything I need. I got a bunch of food. I got a bunch of rockets. Nobody tell Ben, but I have like half a shulker full of flight duration. Well, okay, a third of a shulker full of flight dura 3 for this. Don't tell him that's what we're using. He will, he'll never let me live it down. Uh, where's my string? I got a bunch of string upstairs. Let me just go grab that. And yes, I am going to, yeah, Fox, you gotta stay. Stay. Up here. Let's sleep real quick in the loft. Don't mind the spiders that may or may not pop up. It's not exactly a safe AFK spot. Go to the live chat there. I hate the top chat thing. We're not big enough for top chat to be the default. I'm just gonna say that. All right, let's do this. Throw this bundle together. We do we got like a okay. Wait. What do we got in here? Do we have an orange? Oh, I have here. Okay, what kind of bundle do we not? Okay, we got rid of the orange one. We used to have every color in there, so got rid of a bunch of them. Orange we can replace, so let's go with, pretty sure that that's yellow, right? Yeah. That, okay. Diet. We don't have 26.1 on the server yet, unfortunately, but we are getting there. Or I should say paper version is getting there. It's the one that's taken so long. So bear with paper. It just is wants to make sure everything's right. And it does have a lot of plugins and stuff. It has to deal with, of course, as we do, the Java and Bedrock crossplay with Geyser and things. So it definitely wants to make sure it doesn't break all of that stuff. So paper has, I would say, probably the biggest reason to wait. Um, and that's what we use so we can do the crossplay, of course. Tempted to get that other cane sugar before we go because no, it'll be all right. But one thing I do want to get before we go, just fly over here first. I would take the fast route, but we're going to take the slow. We're going to take the overworld route just because we're on stream. I did want to. I wish I did this beforehand. I did everything and then realized right before stream that I should have maybe gotten a few extra enchanted Elytra on me. Of a bunch of non-enchanted ones, I should enchant a couple. So we're going to grab some more, 2 more mending books real quick here. Before I reveal the big thing to show you in the beginning here. And of course, a little bit more of what this is all about in case you don't know yet. I guess I gotta grab some emeralds and stuff. Look out, buddy. Out of the way. Emeralds in here. Gimme. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. And books. Sydney is just squirming around like crazy this morning. She just cannot stop. Can you stop, dog? Big book. I'm gonna get 2 mending, 2 unbreaking, 3. Do you want something, bro? Can I can I please access the chest? Yeah, she may or may not, Sydney may or may not be here for tonight's stream. I might take her over right after this to hang out at the house for a little bit. Uh, Things are missing. I feel like they're missing from here. What happened to this? Huh. Yeah, do you not have a table anymore? What do you do? Yeah, where did your cart table go? What? All right, anyway, that's not what we're here for. Where's Job? Job, Job. I'm stuck. Job, you're usually around here somewhere. Where are you? Like usually in one of the corners. Are you Job? No, you're the other guy. I'm so confused. Are you Joe? I was literally just here. No one has been on since I was here. Joe, hello, sir. There you are. Okay. All right, mending. One. What? Oh, I guess I'm sorry. Sorry, Joe. One sec. I just gonna give you more time to run away from me. Stay here. Mending. All right. There's two more mending for us. Now, I don't know what happened to the Unbreaking 3. I'm pretty sure we have no Unbreaking 3 guy here anymore. I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, our Unbreaking 3 is unfortunately gone. Oh, never mind. What am I saying? He's right there. He's also the sharpness guy. Get. Not Unbreaking 2. There we go. And he's so much better. I have another one. I was gonna go fly out to him. But this guy's so much better. So definitely gonna go with him. Thank you. Nice. All right. And also then we don't have to fly anywhere. That's good because I actually kind of want to start from Bend City on our journey. I feel like that'll be good. This will be a nice start. I was thinking about just going from spawn. I think we're gonna go from here though, to be honest with you. So let's 56. Let's do this. Bop. Pop those in there. Grab out. Go to the E chest, please. Grab this. Put them back. Put them things back. Yeah, so we do have oh, we do have why did I what? Okay, I need to get maybe make a little more room too. I don't need all this junk I got here. Yeah, we got two that we're gonna do right now, actually. In fact, not that one. I should say three. Yeah, let's do three right now. Then we got then yeah, 7, 8, not 8 on me, and then 9, 10, 9 and 10. Yes, that's right. You saw that right. You saw that right. And that is the next thing I gotta do. Show you. But you gotta wait one more moment for me to enchant one of these or two of these, I guess. One moment. Mending. Breaking. Mending. Do that first. Put that guy on there. And okay. Hold on. It really just I did actually not I didn't check this, so I hope this works. Or else it'd be a little anticlimactic right now. I checked one thing, I didn't check the other. You can see though, this thing is named it's named a little differently, eh? Check it out. That's right, my friends. I have done it. I've figured out the mod pack along with the plugin. It works. It works. And now I've got and just so you know that I'm not cheating. 20 days in a 20 and a half days played. This unlocks at 20 days played. We have unlocked the first skill Elytra already. And there it is. And you know we're gonna be using it. Now, but the question is the real question here. First of all, let's see. What else? What are we? Sub. We got three sub, two sub wings, two Templar wings, and then a bunch of our special ones down there. All right. And we just got a random Elytra. Elytra. But we're gonna do that one as well. Where are the? I gotta grab my books from Ben's gift box. Got a little bit more XP. We should probably buy. We could buy a little more just to be safe. You know, let's do it. We're doing a little bit extra preparation here. Let's do this too. Let me just grab out all these again. And that goes back. Yeah, because that's for well, yeah. We have an anvil. We do not. I should probably get one. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to do that. Okay, so I really do hope that this works. I didn't check this part. If you can, it should just be an Elytra item, so there should not be any issue in enchanting it. Yes, okay, yes, and you can actually rename them. Nothing happens. This is a unique item. Even if you rename it, it remains the Nerd Elytra or whatever, whichever one you have. We are now going for the Pathfinder Elytra, so we're going to be at least rocking this thing until it gets close to breaking because it is a real Elytra. Like it's its own item. You know, it's not like a reskin of all your Elytra or anything like that. I'm now current, as you can see there. That's why these are different, and that's why it took so long to do. It was not easy. This is not something that Minecraft just allows you to do easily. For whatever reason, they are very finicky about their Elytra things. So I was able to finally do it, and we are going to be working on the next one. And I could show you, I suppose, just to give you a brief. Um, yeah, let's show you just real quick. Skill Elytra. This is obviously an op command, not just something anyone can use. Elytra give nerds Templar. Let's do one. I'm actually working on the next batch, and at the same time, I'm getting prepared, which shouldn't be at nearly as hard because I think I already have it ready. I just need to, maybe mess with a few things here and there in the code. But I actually already have the resource pack for the bedrock side of things. That I'm getting ready. Getting ready the next 10. We have 9 prepared right now. Getting the next 10 ready. Here's the farmer one. I know that Cactus wants this eventually. In fact, I might not, it might not take me too long to get this one. Here it is, the Farmer Elytra. You can see it even has a different colored name. The Nerd Elytra is purple-ish because that's what all the Activity Elytra group Elytra are purple color. Every group has a different color. The Economy Elytras, because they will be another thing involved with that. The Mastery Elytra, which you can get for getting all of the Elytra in one group. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Even more stuff to unlock. Yes, yes, I'll be working on that obviously next as well as the ascended versions of all these. But here, just so you can see the other texture just pops right on there. I didn't get the item texture on there. You can see they're all just regular Elytra. That's not working quite yet. I was a lot less concerned about that because this does work. Boom, there it is. Now we got a new one on. Isn't that insane? Bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. And anyway, so that being said, I can't get over it. It took so long to do, so have to deal with me being extremely excited. I hope you are as well. It's now the system in the game. You can unlock not currently 9 different Elytra are unlockable in the game right now. Like that's an actual thing that is in currently in the game. We are going to be working on one for our literally unlocking our next one right now because I have an insane amount of flight distance with Elytra. And we are going to, yeah, so this is for this guy. And we are going to use that flight distance. What should we call this one? Should we call it anything? Maybe we just don't call it something. We'll let somebody else name it later, maybe. This will be our giveaway one. If we not giveaway one, but you know what I mean. Actually, in that case, let's just name it something template. What am I saying? You want to rename it, it'll just cost you a little extra. Submitters Templar, though, because that is the best thing, really, that you could do in most situations. Not every situation, maybe. I'm sure maybe I could think of one or two, but in almost every single situation, that's good advice. So for this farmer one, now what we got to do real quick is this. This is a little annoying, but hey, um, it's fine. It was worth it to show you guys, just to show you that it works. Just to show you that it works. Let's get up here. This is an easy spot to do. I don't know where there's any lava, so we'll just have to do it here. Hopefully this works properly. Yeah, it should be fine because we got to put it in the thing first. So, are we gonna break anything? Nah, it should be fine. Let's do this. And we do have to go one below. Is there actually a place for this to go? Maybe not. Thinking right here, maybe. Can I put it in there without breaking anything? Yeah. Armor Elytra. Okay, so hopefully this actually burns. Might hit the chest only. Oh, okay, it didn't. I just burned the chest, that's all. Come here, Elytra, come here. I got you could so only the owner of the Elytra can also take them. There's no way of that's why I have to get rid of it that way because if I try to do this, yeah, I can't drop it. I need a better lava source. Or I'll just do this. Hold on. How about this? This is the easier way. Empty. Throw in Farmer Elytra. Doesn't exist. See, it doesn't actually exist. Let's throw it away. Neither does this thing. So we do have to get it far enough in so both burn because the Elytra will pop out of the out of the thing and then have to burn separately. I guess all items probably do that with chests and stuff. It's just the only things that are ever in it for me. All right, let's sleep real quick, and yeah, I guess we're. Oh, hi. Just a little bit of a mob farm in here, real quick. All right, yeah, we got our nerd elytra, the one we're going to be using. Sub is there. We're gonna throw that in the E chest. I think we're ready to go, though. Let's pop on our. I'm using this new soundtrack inspired by Pundy's soundtrack that he's been using for his background music from Spotify. This is just AI generated stuff. Hey, I would love if somebody had actual music, not just their own AI generated stuff to sell me. I would be very happy to use someone's actual music for background. But yeah, in the meantime, we are going to use my AI generated stuff because it's really good for background. And some of it might sound a little repetitive, and it is. I have to kind of deal with that, I suppose. But I hope we got a decent list. And there's not a whole lot, so we're just gonna hang out with it until it's over because yeah, it's really only gonna be like an hour of the stream probably. Okay, now I think we're actually prepared. The only other thing I could do is that. Toss some more of this junk in here. Toss a lot of junk in here, but I'm gonna keep that stuff. Pop those in, and also then pop this in here. I don't need this obsidian. Yeah, I don't need anything like that because we got it. We got it all right here, right? We have it technically. Okay, we have everything we need. Everything we could ever need for this journey. So let us begin it, eh? Let's go! Look at those wings. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. We're going to be unlocking some new ones, though. The Skyfarer Elytra. For 2 million blocks blown, that's right. Crazy, crazy amount, in my opinion. I mean, the only reason we're almost right there is because it's pretty much the only thing I ever do is fly around delivering things to people, so, you know. I feel like it's hard to take my stat there as a good average or anything like that. So most people will still have quite a bit of work to do to unlock this one. However, I do believe that maybe most of our like big builders, especially the ones who built a lot since switching to Java, that's what matters the most. I have a feeling they're going to be very close to unlocking the builder Elytra. May or may not already be fully prepared. I do have to check right now after stream, I should say. There's another sort of update I want to make. A bunch of hopefully things just make things a little more smooth looking, I guess, on the code end. Easier to work with, more uniform. Am I going the right direction? I am not even going to wait. Am I? I want to oh yeah, so I want to go south. South is the way we're going. So I didn't. Yeah, sorry. That's fine. We didn't go too far. Is all right. I do kind of want to go back toward Bend City though to start because just because. What is this hill? It just has to be some random hill outside of Bend City here. I don't know where we are. Somewhere just that I never. Oh, okay, yeah. Because we're going out toward KG's old city. That's right. And so if we continue this way, we would hit the chapel. Good. Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. I'll go straight south from there, right here. There we go. There it is. All cut out. Oh, wait a second. I didn't cut all this out. There's some trees hiding over here. Gotta get all this. Gotta get all that pale growth. By the way, speaking of pale oak, oh man, okay, yeah. Well, that's something we'll have to deal with later. Creeping on the other side of the mountain there. I, for the life of me, could not find pale oak as an item to put into the code as part of the loggers Elytra thing. So all the logs in the game count chopping any log counts toward the log or elytra, which exists already in the game, except pale oak because it doesn't exist in the game. Like literally no pale oak items. I couldn't call any of them with the code. It was the craziest thing. Any other item in the game is like boom right there, other than pale oak things, which is not. And I tried any other, like I just put oak in, and there was nothing. I tried like white. There was nothing. I don't know. It was the craziest thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like it's that new of an item. But yeah, apparently pale oak just doesn't exist. So I couldn't add that to the registry of items that what in the world? That will allow you to get the logger elytra. Miner's pretty much broken into three different tiers, like common, rare, and really and valuable, I guess you could think of. Valuable being like emerald, diamond, and netherite. But within those groups, you need to mine a certain amount of all of those ores. Awesome boat just chilling on the shore. That's crazy. It's like nearly completely. They're probably not even a shipwreck. They're just probably docked there or something. Just like a little beached is all. Yeah, this is definitely the way we want to be going. I'm gonna pull out the Flight Dura 3 here. Maybe I'll waste this. Not waste, but I'll go through this set of fireworks and then we'll get the Flight Dura 3 going. Guess we should fly like this while we can, right? With our awesome nerd. This is the nerd elytra for playing 20 days. Which is easy enough if you can AFK. If you can't, then it's not as easy. So we have the nerd elytra, the only activity one currently in the game. We have the full four, the whole group of four of the there's not four for every group, but there is four for the industry elytra. There could have been five, but we went with four. But yeah, it felt right. That would be the logger, the miner, the builder, and the crafter. I'm still that's what I have to. I have to like do the final touches for those, and all the other ones. I have like a new. Again, I have like a new sort of thing for the unlocking to implement. It'll work the same way. It'll just be better and cleaner. So that's gonna be like the next right after stream thing that I add in, just to make that this batch of the first batch basically fully complete. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I will probably also add in most, if not all, of the code that I have here for the next 10, which will bring us up to 19 of the 29, which is actually probably going to be 30 because we have plans for a massive. I'm going like way too much diagonally here. We have plans for, which we have for a while, for a endgame, like fully endgame PvE dungeon crawl system. It's going to also have bosses at the end, so it's a dungeon and boss based system. It's not going to give any non-vanilla items other than the currency that we have, just the regular currency of the game. It'll give that. That's kind of the whole reason for it, because right now the best way to get currency, or once it's fully set up, which is kind of my next thing to do now that this plugin's done, tweak all these numbers as well, and do all the systems, the small, very small systems that I haven't done that need done to make the resource point for your kingdom, for your team in PvP zones, increase the appropriate way. I need to change a few things. So actually gaining more land in contestable zones makes you richer as a kingdom, which then can allow your leader, your king, to give the subjects more money, more of the kingdom money that translates 1-to-1 to player money. So that's kind of like a big way to gain money in the game as an individual, other than just like trading and stuff, because you build or you sell blocks or something like that to players. The other way to do it will be this PvE dungeon crawl system, beating the boss, get the money at the end for doing it. It's almost like a bounty reward system, almost in a sense. We're gonna have at least 4, I'm thinking, and they're gonna all have 2 to 3 at least variations of their own dungeons. So there's a little bit of variation between each of them. When you go to, you don't know which of the like 2 or 3 you're gonna be in. But makes things a slightly more interesting, I would think. But yeah, the main thing would be that, and a bunch of other fun. But that in itself is probably going to have its own skill elytra once we get all that in place. Then we will also add in, probably will at that point will certainly be the 30th and finalist, possibly, probably, skill Elytra tied directly, one of our custom plugins that we now own here, the skill Elytra system, then tied directly to our other plugin will own the dungeon crawl system. So that'll be pretty awesome. That'll be the 30th, the final Elytra for sure, because like I said, we have 9. I mentioned the 4 industry ones: logger, miner, builder, crafter. We have, again, the nerd. We have 3 exploration ones currently. Yes, we have the Pathfinder for regular travel. We have this is crazy. That's pretty awesome. We get a lot of awesome sights here, you know? We could see a lot of crazy things on our way, on our journey. If there's something really insane, I'll take a screenshot and I'll have the chords for it. But yes, so we have the Pathfinder for regular movement. We have the Skyfarer, obviously, for Elytra. And then we also have the Mariner prepared, which is both boating and swimming. I'm not too far away from the Pathfinder, to be honest. Like I'm definitely over halfway, well over halfway to that. We did do a little bit of a walking adventure recently. It's only 1 million blocks for that. Now it seems like a lot, but you do obviously walk and run around a lot just in general, just generally in the game. And we're talking about like not even playing the basic early game here, because most of us didn't do that after switching to Java and getting the reset in stats. You know, we were already in the end game with items and things. We didn't need to do a lot of walking around as much. So like everybody would have a much higher, everything would be much higher. Obviously, if we did we're over 13,000 days played in this world. This world is very old. We've been around here for a bit now, which is why we need a big long-term system like we've now added, as well as some other things like the late game. Also, again, the PvP system we added with Kingdoms X, not our plugin, but an amazing plugin. Kingdoms X. That's our PvP and team system, and also one of our main ways of like getting the whole money thing. And we, again, like I said, plans for other stuff that I haven't even shared with other people yet. I mean, I've shared it. Actually, I did share it with KG. I'm probably going to talk a little bit more about it in the future with you guys, but pretty much just a way to implement events in Monkraft here that wouldn't interfere with Monkraft itself. Yeah, I know, Sydney. Everything is like you're having a rough day today. I don't even know. That's an ugly tree there. Wow. Crazy forest. You're destroying my foot right now, dog. Fatty. Pushing against me into the desk as like much as she possibly can. She just loves to cuddle so much she can't stop. She can't stop. That's why she's always under the desk and not on the Sydney camp over there for you. It's always empty because he just doesn't want to do it. And unfortunately, our Elytra's not looking good. We have, oh, I forgot to buy more XP, didn't I? That's what all those emeralds were for. Man, oh well. I did want to do that. That would have been nice. We would have, yeah. I think we'll have plenty. But we would have been able to heal our Elytra several times here. I think I might, just because. Just so we can use this one more. Oh, it looks so good. It's nothing crazy. You know, it's not supposed to be super crazy yet. It is just a standard skill Elytra. It's hard enough to get, right? But this is crazy. What am I seeing right here? What am I witnessing? Okay, yeah, it's just this is all going to be Java generation. No one's been out this direction yet in the game, so this is just nuts, dude. This, like, it's obviously not a chunk thing because it's not even close to flat. It just looks insane. That's crazy, bro. That's just crazy. I'm tempted to actually hold on. I should just be screenshotting all kinds of stuff. I don't know how I'll be able to remember that one. Let's do this instead. That's better. Now I'll know what I'm screenshotting. All right. What? We could do so many things with that. Yes. Right direction. This is one of the few times, Ben, that Flight Duration 3 actually makes sense to me. Long travel on the nether roof makes sense too. or really almost any travel on the nether route. You use like one flight or a 3 rocket probably to get from spawn to Bend City. But right now we don't really need to worry too much about it. I mean, we're gliding a lot. So yeah, what did I miss? I think I said all of them except Farmer, which we looked at. That's the last of the Elytra that's in the game currently. Oh, and Slayer. Yes, Slayer is here as well. The first of the combat Elytra. The combat ones are really easy, so you're actually going to see a lot of those coming next batch. The attacker, the defender, the marksman, those are all quite easy to do. So they're all going to be in good to go. Let's get up more in the air, like right next to these mountains. I randomly popped a totem at some point AFK, so I don't know when that happened, but I'm glad I did not die. I don't know. I just realized this morning. I don't know when it happened, but I didn't have a totem anymore. Okay, I can see nothing. Can we get some chunks loading? We do have Chunky, the chunk pre-generating plugin. I do keep meaning to use that on like the area right around the main play area. So we just have everything loaded. It'll also help with the chunk loading in general, I think, to have it all preloaded. We'll see how the server feels about that, but I think that's a good idea. If you're wondering, we're about, well, we've only gone about 10,000 so far, but that's not bad. That's not bad. The daily checks are coming. And that's for kingdoms, again. For kingdoms X, our kingdom is legacy. Hence the name, the extra tag in my name. Did I lose off? Why is my name red instead of purple? What happened there? Oh no, I got de-opt. No, something must be overriding that now. That's weird. I wonder why. Or it's a version thing because everything's got to change new versions, including probably our stuff, which is pretty slightly annoying because I had a hard enough time getting the versions right as it was. Now everything's switching, and AI AI is not good at choosing the newest of things, finding the newest of things. So yeah, we'll see how it goes with 26.1 and when we can finally make the switch over ourselves. Sydney the dog. Sydney the dog. What's your problem today? Bouncing around like a crazy pup earlier. You just wanted cookies and treats. Maybe they're coming back. Maybe they didn't sit well with her. Rip. We're getting pretty close to we're getting close to the end of this stack of rockets. I think that I'm going to use as much XP as I need to remend this Elytra one time at least for now. We're going to use it for one more go around. We're going to grab a stack of Flight Dura 3, which probably will last us quite a bit, I would imagine. The whole stack of them. We have 9 stacks of them. I have an extra anvil for when we do unlock the... Okay, so this is also a test, by the way. Low-key a test to see if the unlock thing works, the unlock part of the plugin. That is the newest and final thing, was doing the unlock requirements and all of that logic. So as long as that works, and yeah, even if it doesn't, I suppose I am changed. That's like part of what's changing with the small updates I'm making. And again, along with those small updates, I'm gonna be finishing hopefully in the next day or so, for next week, I suppose, having it all completed, the Bedrock resource pack, so everybody has access to the textures themselves. And the plugin is server side, so that's all taken care of. Like, anyone can get the Elytra already, but to see them differently, you do have to have, right now, actually, if you're Java, you need to run a modded client because Java doesn't allow you to do the thing we're doing. For whatever reason, they're just like they're really silly about it, which is one of the biggest reasons it took me so long to figure it out. But Bedrock apparently is easy, and ChatGPT and Google both told me that all it is a resource pack that links to it, so it shouldn't be an issue. In fact, I already basically have the resource pack because that's the first thing ChatGPT had me do before it then told me that that doesn't work with Java, that'll only work with Bedrock. So, like, okay, well, whatever. I suppose I have the Bedrock one done already. Again, I need to work a few things out with it. But yeah, that, and then also again, adding the next 10 in, my friends. Do you want to know what they are? Because they're going to be awesome ones too. We're going to get almost the full combat one. The only one that won't be there in combat yet is champion. Which, well, yes, champion, which is going to be tied to player kills itself. I think it's just going to be so high that nobody's going to be anywhere near it yet until the PvP stuff really starts going. We don't really need that one yet. So it's going to be batch 3, which isn't going to be too much longer. We'll get them out. Even, oh, look, an abandoned village. Yo, I think this might be the first abandoned village I've found in the entire world. That's crazy. Every village I find is a normal one. This one is the first abandoned one. That's nuts. What a landmark. Again, almost got to take a picture of it. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Ran out and we're right over a swamp. Great. Can we get out of the swamp into just a... Okay, I'm just going to land in the desert here before I do something bad. Do something I regret. Cacti will be included in the farmer. Placing and planting will both count for the you need two different requirements for farmer placing, breaking, I should say, and placing. Breaking plants and then placing them as well. So both of those, two different requirements, but cacti will work for both placing and breaking. And obviously, you can cheese that, but you're not getting anything out of it other than the elytra if you just stand there and cheese that, which you could, I guess, technically do in one block. But, I mean, come on. Come on. You can do it if you really want to, but let's get this thing prepared, re-prepared. I think let's do this. You know what? We have plenty of space. Let's grab 2 stacks. That's going to go for quite a while, I would imagine. And then we will go into here. We will grab that. We have anything? I don't think we have anything else that needs mended, so let me just pop it in this so I can see what we're looking at. Oh wow, that takes like 0. That's crazy. I didn't realize it was so easy to mend. I mean, I usually mend a bunch of stuff at once, and you can't look at it this way in Bedrock, so I kind of just toss a bunch of things out, mend elytra and pickaxes usually at the same time. Usually I only use these in very big emergencies. This is awesome. Wow, that used like nothing at all. Great, great. So there's that, there's this. We got our elytra ready to go again. Boom, boom, and boom. Let's go. Yep. Here we go the right direction with these things. Zoom. So yeah, that one, the PvP one, the player kill one, is the only combat one that's not going to be out next batch. We're gonna have attacker, defender, and marksman all coming out. Slayer will already be out. I think champion would only be the only other one. The next explorer one will come out. Rider, which will be riding anything, force, pig, nautilus, or I'm saying the singulars. I could just say nautilus. And what's the Striders? So those 4 things, riding any of them will count toward the total that you need for the rider. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. I sort of want to get the Exploration Master Elytra. Now there's 2 other exploration ones to come out a bit later, and I'm not actually sure if we can do them. We'll have to see. They might take a lot more work, as will most of the batch 3 ones, which is why they're the last ones I'm adding, because they require a lot more logic probably to track most of them. But if we can track nether blocks traveled and end blocks traveled, then we will have a nether walker and void walker exploration elytra as well. Those will come again later though. The other ones, yo, what's up, Atomic? What's up? I got it working as you probably saw. Check it out. Check it out. I mean, it's not just a packet. I promise it works. I even checked because nobody was on to check with me, so I checked with my other character. It's not quite ready though for Bedrock. Not quite ready for Bedrock, sorry. But that's today. That's my goal today, as well as again some of the other changes I have already ready to go. But I will have to shut the server down. I wanted to stream, obviously. And this is again a test to see if what I have currently does work. If I can unlock it successfully at 2 million blocks, this Skyfarer Elytra, then the unlock logic is working correctly. The requirement stuff is working, and everything's good. I just gave myself this one because again, I do have over 20 days playtime already. I'm not sure if that stopped me from getting from it unlocking the right way or not. So this is kind of, yeah, well, I kind of need to test, I think. But yes, so then we'll also have, I think that, yeah, industry is all done. Economy will also be adding breeder with the farmer. There's also going to be trader and merchant in that later, but those will again come in batch 3. Trader's pretty easy, but we're keeping it to 10 for now. Merchant will be a lot harder. Merchant's actually going to be tied directly to our player economy with the money, so that's going to be a lot different to do, a lot harder to do. And then we're going to have the entire specialization skill cape mastery class, mastery group come out in the second batch, and that's going to be Smith, engineer, which is redstone stuff, crafting redstone stuff. Smith is crafting equipment, and then we will also have brewer and enchanter, and that'll be the next 10. Some good ones, easy ones to implement, basically the same as the ones that we have now, but I figured that they might take a little longer than the ones we currently have to actually unlock. So I figured we'd wait on those for the next set. So we are, and then we'll only have 9 left after, 10 left after that, which are, again, most of them probably will require extra logic to do them, hence why we're waiting. And that's going to be the, I already said, Voidwalker and Netherwalker. Those will hopefully work. Player kills for the champion. The industry and specialization are already going to be complete. The industry is already complete with the 4 it has. Specialization, all those 4 will come out in batch 2. The champion will be the last for the combat one. The 2 Netherwalker, Voidwalker will finish off the Explorer. Most of them are in activity. The other ones would be economy. That would be trader, which is easy enough. Just counting villager trades, I assume, would be easy enough to do. And then the merchant one, which is a lot harder to do because we have to link that with our own money-making system somehow. Not even sure how we're going to do it exactly. Even if it works, how exactly I want it to work. Same with Herald, which is going to be based on activity or like community activity chat, if we can somehow without spammage. That's going to be a tougher one to implement. That's one I'm not quite sure about, as well as Treasure Hunter, both of those in activity group, which is where this Elytra is also part of the activity one. Obviously being time played. But those will be 2 of the other activity, as well as, what are the other ones I have? One of the easier ones to do with the advancement one, so adventure, and then also survivor, which will also be easy to do because it can just be tied directly to the days survived stat. So yeah, I don't think the days survived, I'm pretty sure that that's consecutive one, maybe. Time since last rest. Thought there time since last death. Okay, so maybe it doesn't. Maybe, okay, yeah, no, it's gonna just have to, it'll work, but it's gonna have to be anything past the point of when it actually comes out, I think, probably. It's not gonna retroactively get to call any stats, probably, because it's dealing directly with this current survival cycle, which I don't even have 1 day played yet. That's sad. That's so bad. I also haven't been playing much AFK, doing much AFKing, just because I wanted to. I was hoping to unlock the Nerd Elytra on stream, but I couldn't do it. I had to test so many times. I ended up passing 20 days while I was in testing. So, but yeah, that one should be easy enough just to. I don't know what it'll be for Survivor. I went over 15 days. I was so mad. Just recently, I had my first death. I've had a couple since then. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't care anymore. But That was very unfortunate. I had over 15 days. It was probably going to be like 20 is probably 15 is probably enough. I would say 15 is probably a decent bit. Like 20 for time played, 20 days for time played. I feel like 15 days survived is way more than, especially once we get into PvP stuff. Maybe it'll have, I don't know. We'll have to work it out because it's easy to, again, to just get it by AFKing, I suppose. So easy enough to implement, harder to like enforce an actual thing, if that makes sense. Unless we just make it super long and make it the same thing, 20 days. Just unlock nerd and survivor at the same time as long as you don't die while you're AFK, I guess. Which happens, as we all know, right? But yeah, that'd be all of them, all 29 plus again whatever the one more combat one maybe or activity. I don't know which one I would put it under, but it would be the one for our raid system for defeating all the bosses a certain amount of times, each one a certain amount of times. That's what it would be. And I don't know, maybe we just call it the raid Elytra, or not the raid Elytra, the dungeon Elytra or something. I don't know, because we already have the Slayer, we already have Treasure Hunter. We don't want to have a Hunter Elytra. Hunter Elytra also kind of sounds like something else. Monster Hunter Elytra is too long. Also, we have Treasure Hunter Elytra, so we don't want both of those. I feel like maybe just Dungeon Elytra would be the best thing for it. But that would be one more, and it might end up being the thing that I was gonna make for the Netherwalker until Pundy suggested a possibly better color combo for that with the red and orange, kind of like a lava look. I might go with like I was trying for like a nether brick main color with just like a deep crimson red trim. So red on red, yes, but like a real dark, almost black, reddish, brownish color for like the nether brick is, and then like an actual crimson red, fully crimson red for the trim. I feel like that would match both the Nether Walker, match that, but it would also match the dungeon one too, right? We can look at the list, see if there's any other maybe combos that match the skill as well as, or maybe a little bit of a variety from what we already have. If you're wondering, we are over 33,000 right now. And also, if you're wondering, we're going to be way out here by the time this stream ends. We're going to be so far from anything in the world. This is going to be one of the, I'm going to actually probably end up farther out than almost anyone has in Monkraft, other than myself, probably, to be honest. I've gone farther than this before. I don't know if anyone else has, but we're going to be over 150, okay? And I really do hope that this unlocks the Elytra. I'm going to be sad. Hopefully, if it doesn't, then hopefully the next things I have to put in will be what needs to happen. I sure hope. I sure hope. But so far, everything's working pretty well. Surprisingly, ChatGPT is decent at like plugin stuff, but when it comes to mods, it is not. And I think a lot of it had to just do with the Elytra. That's why I was telling the guys on Discord and whatever. I'm pretty sure that now that I've accomplished this, I can accomplish almost anything else when it comes to plugins and mods, because dealing with Elytra, custom Elytra, is like the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing that you can possibly choose to do, I think, is what it seems. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everything's just going to be that bad, but it seemed like that was actually the case. Like Elytra, just they make it so hard to deal. Mojang makes it very hard to deal with them. So, but we did it, and if we can do this, then I think yeah, we can maybe hopefully do anything, really. And the dungeons will be easy enough. It all kind of makes sense already. I already kind of, even this made sense. I understand how it has to work. I just don't know how to write code. So, yeah, but we got there. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot in the past, I don't know, week or whatever, doing all this, for sure. Didn't think I'd be doing all this, that's for sure. I thought I'd get, like, to some of this stuff. You know what? I shouldn't say that, because I guess even when I just started doing add-on stuff in Bedrock, I was even telling ChatGPT then, like, eventually, when we do go to Java, I will be just doing plugins and stuff, because it just gives us so much more we can do. We should, again, as I'm, like, pulling my hair out, trying to get this thing to work before, thinking to myself, how does it, like, doing the plugins and the mods, like we're literally using all the things. So how is not everything available possible to me? You know what I mean? Like as long as I could figure it out, it should be possible because there's things all sorts of things like this already exist. So if they exist and I'm using plugins and mods and all that stuff, then surely we can make it get it to work. And finally we did. I had to go. I started flip-flopping between ChatGPT and Google Gemini, having them help each other out whenever one would get stuck on the code. I would give it to the other one and say, "Okay, this is where we're at. Here's the errors. Figure it out." Between the two of them, man, they finally figured the mod out. The plugin, it was easy. ChatGPT just breezed through the plugin. Literally in like an hour, I put in the entire unlock logic after finally doing the mod, which took literally an entire 2 days of grinding to do it. It took me an hour of just a couple prompts, and ChatGPT had the entire rest of the plugin ready to go. So I mean, that was cool, at least. And definitely not complaining about that. This is interesting. This is also very cool. Oh, I want to look at stuff, but I don't want to run into things if chunks aren't loading. Rather not waste too many of my totems on this journey, you know what I'm saying? Running into mountains. I'm actually making some decent time, I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost at 40K now. What's the stat looking like? I mean, this is definitely not bad. This is really, really doable. Quickly, if you wanted it, most of these, if you wanted to grind them out, you could do them pretty quickly. Look at that. We're almost 100K away now. Okay, okay. I think we definitely have the correct amount for the requirement. I mean, like with like the block amount, the centimeters, the kilometers, we have it all correct. It's all translating how I thought it would, because it uses so many different metrics to measure it and make sure that what you put in the one place is the same as what you wanted to see in the other. You know what I mean? So I think it's good. It looks like it is based on what we're getting here, right? Once I hit about, yeah, very close to hitting that. Got another one, don't we? Do we? Yeah, we do. Wow. Yeah, very close to hitting that 100K away. I'm so excited to see if this thing actually unlocks. I really, really hope it does. I already wrote basically everything we need for the other ones. So once I do the full updates that I have prepared for the plugin, and yeah, I just maybe, you know, work out some kinks here and there. Do that. Make sure possibly next, make sure the resource pack is all prepared and put that in for Bedrock. And by the way, in the future, if you're on Java and you see a thing that says 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1 not failed download or something like that in the top when you log in, don't worry about it on Java side. That is the Bedrock pack, so it won't download for a Java player. You're getting the resource pack through the mod, which, you know, I'll pretty much have to send you at this point through the Discord, which is easy enough. But yeah, it's even much easier for Bedrock because it'll just the server will just prompt you to download it, ask if you want to download it when you log in. Easy as that, and then you'll have it. It's so much easier for you. Man, this would already been done if it was that easy for both sides. But whatever. Let's celebrate our victories, right? Not reminisce about the annoying past, all the struggles but those struggles led to this, right? It's so worth it. I knew that on the other end, if I could finally get it done, I knew it was going to be worth it, and it definitely was. We have a literal skill Elytra system, a plugin created by yours truly. I mean, even with the help of AI, sure, but we did create an entirely new plugin and mod to go with it. It's nuts. And now that's one main huge feature, I would say. Obviously, it's a unique feature to Monkraft. We have other unique features that are less like technically unique like that is, but this is straight up something that we wrote and have in our server now. And it goes perfectly, I think, with the longevity. You know, this is our forever world, basically, you know? So what do you do in a forever world? You know, I mean, you build and you do stuff like that, which is great, and we can play with each other because this is a multiplayer forever world. So there's a lot of great stuff. But progression wise, you do just stop eventually, right? There's nothing else you do progress wise until out comes the skill elytra. Now, not only can you unlock all these different skill elytra to show off, they don't give you effects or anything, but you can show them off for sure. Everyone will see which one you're wearing if they have the pack and everything, which they should. If not, they're crazy, and I don't understand why they would not use it because it's awesome and it'll be available. Uh, and yeah, you can get. There's 29 to get. I mean, there's going to be 30. There's so many. You can pick which ones obviously first that appeal to you. On top of that, as I said, every elytra belongs to a group. There's 6 groups, and every group is going to have a mastery elytra. If you can get each of the standard ones like this in a group, you will unlock the mastery version, the mastery elytra for that group: exploration, combat, industry, economy, activity, specialization. Yeah, so even more, you know, you can focus on a certain group. I personally may focus on the exploration. I think that the industry is going to be pretty easy to get. We're just going to increase the numbers needed for those to unlock just because it's so much easier than the others, kind of like you do so much more of those things. Just mining, breaking logs, placing blocks, crafting general stuff pretty much. So yeah, the numbers will everything's supposed to unlock in around the same time. It's supposed to take the same amount of um, investment, time investment, or grind, I guess, in order to unlock them all. So you know, for the really easy ones, we do need to just increase them a little bit to make it slightly harder, just by sheer number that you need for it, right? But still going to be easy enough, and still probably going to be the first one just by virtue of how I play the game, as well as just how most people play the game, that I will probably unlock the full industry mastery. I think like Atomic Pundy, you guys probably will as well, because you do all the things plus building. You do all your own stuff, and you do a bunch of building. So you're also then in the meantime crafting, mining, and logging. Probably also working, you know, depending on how much redstone you use, probably like crafting it, because that's the way it goes. So it can't be cheesed as hard. You have to actually craft redstone stuff. But still, as long as you're like doing redstone projects, you have to craft it. So thus you would be working toward that. And if you do a lot of redstone projects, then yeah, I'd imagine you guys are getting also close to like engineer, or I don't know about Smith. Smith, I feel like I'd probably be closer than anybody. Right, not right now. If all of our stats were in from Bedrock when I was doing all my enchanting and my gear making, I'd probably be looking pretty good at Smith and Enchanter, but not right now. Not since switching to Java, and we definitely do a lot more of that. And again, like any of the combat, anyone who likes PvP, the combat one will be pretty easy. Um, Aside from maybe it depends on how much you do like mob stuff, PvE stuff. I think Slayer would be a fun one though. I do want to definitely go for the Slayer one. Once I have the numbers exact, figure out exactly what we then need personally to get it. Probably make a stream out of that as well. At least here and there, once we get super close, then we'll make a finale kind of stream for unlocking it, like we are here, sort of, right? This one just happened to work out for us that I was close enough to unlocking it that I could do it in one stream. I keep going first person, even though I keep saying that I'm going to sort of show off this thing, right? And again, I'll be able to. Hey, I don't know what this counts as, but it should just be flying, right? Save us rockets, if nothing else. As we approach 50K. Oh, decent time. Actually, this is a perfect time almost to take a break. I'm in a cloud. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening there. Not just like deleted from the world. I hope. Yeah, I think I'm in a cloud. That's happened to me in the past. Very strange. I'm going to take a break, maybe at that 50K point, because it's about break time for me. And since we're pretty safe right now, about 300. I do hope you guys are enjoying. Again, as I said, double stream today and tomorrow probably, just so we can catch up. And I got some big plans. I didn't finish mentioning, obviously, we're going to be way out here in the middle of nowhere, very far from anything. However, of course, we have everything we would possibly need in our e-chest. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to probably make a monument base sort of thing at the wherever we go. I mean, should we go to 150K? Should we just go the whole way to 200 at that point? Because we need to go past 150K to actually unlock it. I feel like 200K would be fine, right? It's not going to be that much farther, I feel, than where we're going to end up. Don't go down, go up, sir. Oh, wait, what? Hello? There we go. Like, why did the rain stop? No? Don't do that. I must have been in a desert or something, but... okay, we'll go to 200K, and that'll be the end of this stream when we get to the end. And unlock the Skyfarer Elytra. And then for the entire later stream tonight, our actual scheduled 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream, I will build our 200K base monument. Guys can throw me out some awesome names in the chat for what we should call it for the 200K base that we've reached by going up to unlock the Skyfarer Elytra. If any kind of cool name comes to mind, let me know. We'll make that. We'll make it amazing. And then we will maybe we'll just like use something that's out there somewhere, so we don't have to like go mine a bunch of blocks or anything. And we just have something already ready, and we could just kind of add to it or whatever. Maybe even just take a village around there as our own. That's probably a good idea. And then also alongside the building, I think for tonight's stream we will, because it's going to be a longer one for Friday evening, of course, as well as tomorrow, Saturday morning. Our two scheduled longer streams. And I'll also stream Saturday, tomorrow evening. It'll be a bit shorter, again, like this one. Just normal, but not like a long one, like our normal timed Friday and Saturday evening and then morning, respectively. They'll be, 3 hour or whatever. Those ones will be 5, maybe about up to 5 or whatever. So we'll have plenty of time. We'll build, we'll hang out, we'll explore a little bit more around just because. And then we'll most of that extra exploration might just be during our looking for. Oh no, I lost it. There we go. Looking for a stronghold, and then we'll just go back through a portal. So, oh yeah, speaking of. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Never mind. We just break our bed if we need to. We can just go back to spawn, the whole way to spawn. So that's the plan. That's how we're gonna get back. We're just gonna use all our wealth to easily just find another stronghold and leave. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll kind of have like an entire. Oh, yo, I might just have to do a whole setup over here, so I can get back easy. Maybe we make another portal somewhere. It'll be easy enough to find, like if you know the general whereabouts of, like you're gonna know how far down south you already know that I'm going. At least you'll know I'm going past 150K. Somewhere between that and 200K, probably somewhere in there. Somewhere in there once we unlock the Skyfarer, definitely after 150, probably 160-ish. I am way up in the air, and this Elytra is about to break. I am as far up in the air as I could possibly be right now. I'm like 500 blocks in the sky, bro. Hold on! Emergency landing! Is it just, wait, is it actually water below me, or is that the... This is actually a little frightening, I'm not gonna lie. It's just straight, there's just nothingness. All I see is white vastness, and my Elytra is literally going to break. Okay. Oh, okay, there's land. There's land below me. That was a little, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared there. I thought that I was just lost in the void of the sky forever. I definitely thought that was happening. Wow, okay, almost broke our nerd elytra right off the bat. Um, all right, we're just gonna throw a normal one on now. So, what a great idea. Wow, that couldn't be any closer. Ooh, cutting it close, cutting it close. Okay, so this is actually a great time to take a break because I'm well past 50K now. Awesome. So that's almost an exact third because we started never mind. Yeah, almost an exact third. We started about 7,000 Z 7,000 at Ben's. So we've gone, yeah, definitely over, definitely right at almost exactly a third of the way. Cool. Is there a better spot? Here we go. Nope. Here we go. All right. It's a little dark. You can see my glowing helmet in the meantime, Italy, if nothing else. Um, yeah, we'll make it the rest of the way after I return. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something else, and now and I kind of got distracted by the fact that I almost broke my elytra in 500 at Y 500. Um, yeah, I think we'll just. I think I was just mentioning that it's going to be sort of hard to find somewhere. Oh yeah, I think just finishing off saying somewhere between that 160 because we did start at 7,000. Somewhere between the 160 and the 200K. We'll find a cool spot, the coolest of spots we can find at that point. The first really awesome thing, and we'll build there probably. That'll be, well, we'll mark it and then we'll start building there tonight. And we'll also probably then leave there at the end of tonight. That'll be like fully tonight's stream is hanging out, building an awesome base there, finding the stronghold and leaving. And then we'll be back in the regular world. I have actually some plans are already for one of the streams tomorrow. Maybe both. We'll see. But yeah, I will be right back. Like, subscribe, check out the Discord link is in the description. While I BRB, or you also BRB is a good idea. You do that too. What's up? Sydney's being a hound as usual here. She just will not stop. Look at her. Look at her just looking. You're done. You got all the treats in the world. Yeah. A big stinker is what she is. All right, welcome back, my friends. Let's break our way out. I see swimming and splashes, but that's fine, right? There's no issue with swimming and splashes, right? There's definitely no creepers or anything like that hanging out. Speaking of creepers, go check out Pundy MC after the stream if you're looking for something to do between now and the next stream tonight. Check out Pundy MC, no space, PUNDYMC, and you can see his new. We're going the right way? Yes. You can see his new parody music video. It was awesome. Great job, Pundy. He's got other ones lined up, so you can yeah, expect more. Definitely go give him a sub. Hit the. I'm not even gonna try it. The ringing the bell thing. I can't do it, Bundy. I don't know it, but what is this? The crazy building on top of a hill. That's very reminiscent of Ben City with the place, but that's a crazy looking. I think I've said this once before, probably the only other time I've seen one of these, but I don't think I too often. Oh, nice. I don't think I often see. Yeah, the clerics places in taigas. I guess I just don't find them that often, so they look cool. I don't know. Okay, dog. I guess no more Sydney for you. She just doesn't want to do it. Cannot help it. Oh, she's just straight up leaving. All right, whatever. Bye. She's just going off to find more treats somewhere, I guess. As usual, all she cares about. We've actually almost run out of our first flight duration 3 stack of rockets. We have 9. This is our first. We are over 50k already, so I think that we're going to be good. We're only on technically our second Elytra, technically our third Elytra, but it's only our second one. I don't know which side is the technical side there. Technically, it's our second one. I think that would be the way that would be the true thing to say, the technical thing. But we have actually done 2 already through the Nerd Elytra, which if you missed the beginning, yes, the Skyfarer Elytra is a real thing that does exist in our server, Monkraft. Only exists here because I just finished finally making it all work. The plugin was easy enough. The mod for Java was such a pain, but I did it. I got it. I can't show you now because I'm just wearing a normal one. But the fact that if you did catch the earlier part, you can go back and see me with that one on at any other point earlier in the stream. But the fact that I am now wearing a different one and it's showing a different texture should be enough to show you that it is working correctly. That part, at least, that part has been working. Actually, no, that part has not been working. That part is now fully implemented. Before, it was just a regular resource pack where you just have to switch the packs and you only yourself would see it. But as long as everybody has either the mod if they're playing Java or the upcoming resource pack add-on, which I'm going to be implementing on the server side, so it just asks you to download it when you join the server if you're on Bedrock. As long as you have one of those 2 things, depending on what you're playing, then you will also see everyone else's what they're wearing, their skill Elytra. Obviously, I mean, I think that's like an implicit thing, but I'm just going to point that out, that how awesome that is. That we will be able to share whichever custom Elytra texture thing that we want. They're not actually even just textures. They are, again, I don't have it on me right now because it's in the e-chest because it's almost broken, but they are actually fully different Elytra, unique Elytra items. They act just like Elytra, but they are not Elytra. They're not exactly like Elytra. They're unique things. Okay, she's back. Back again. She went on her little trip. So they aren't just a retexture, right? I had to put it away because it almost broke, and that's the only one I got. I mean, obviously you can repair it, but I won't have to keep repairing my skill elytra after all. We will have a system. I don't have it out yet. These are things that I'll be adding as we go. Just extra stuff to make it even better, run better, and just feel better, all that stuff. But a way to, if you do actually lose your skill elytra, you can purchase another copy, another one, if you have it unlocked, with your economy money. You know, just your balance. By the way, Baltop. Just saying. Oh, I'm like 5K over Ben now. It's over. KG didn't even pay me yet for his logs that I gave him. I still owe him a netherite set. Man, I'm gonna be way over Ben at this point. That's because I just don't just AFK, right? I do stuff like sell things. So I think that all of this, I'm hoping that it's all being stored somehow. If not, I'm just gonna have to do a lot more selling in the future. But I have sold a lot. I guess it you know what? It's fine. I feel like it's the more honorable thing to do to wait, because the eco side of things isn't even fully like fleshed out exactly how I want it to be. It's not perfect yet where I want it to be. It will be soon. I wanted to do this first, and then I think I can get back to finishing all that smaller stuff now. Hopefully it'll be a lot simpler now that I've done something so difficult for this skill elytra system. But yeah, I think it's okay then. Everyone will. I think the way it'll have to work for the merchant elytra, is it's gonna I'll probably have to do a system that tracks like payments and stuff. And again, just like anything else that I have to add like that in, that's not just something that the game Minecraft is already tracking with stats, because those will be retroactively given for these. That's why I already had 1.5 mil or whatever flight distance. I should like this should count everything I've done, everything everyone's done before in this job since switching to Java should be counted for all the elytra that don't require an extra system like that. That's gonna then count the don't mind me, I'm not doing nothing, pup. You just stay right where you're at. It's gonna count something else, and in this case, it would count how much money, I don't know, is paid to a person. Is probably how we're gonna do it. It seems lame. I wonder if there's a different. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do exactly, but we're gonna have to make it so it's not too cheesable. If we just make it based on money, then a super rich person would just like give their stack of money to anyone they trusted, and everybody would anyone they trust would have unlocked that elytra, and that would kind of just be a system of everyone just basically doing the exact same thing until everyone has it, right? Maybe. I guess you can only do it if you have the actual stack of money, though. So, I mean, you can only give it to that person. They can't in turn give it to anybody else unless they steal your stack of money and start giving it to other people. And now again, Sydney has left the. Well, she's now under the desk instead of leaving the building. She just wants to. Well, probably gonna do her nails or something now. Over 60K. Let's go. Let's go. We are going. We've been going. Okay. Another monument. I wonder how many monuments we pass. They are actually very common structures. I do not want to travel this way. Hold on. What am I thinking? We're not going for the Mariner Elytra. What are we, Ben? E awesome? But yeah, I do think that I will get the merchant one decently fast. I might get the whole economy one because I do a decent bit of villager trading. Farmer, I think, is going to be pretty easy. I do pretty much everything in the game anyway. Farmer one's pretty cool. Also is going to include cane sugar and netherwort, which I do tend to farm a decent bit. Um, breeder, which I do a bunch because the new cow farm has got me up like crazy. I haven't even done a bunch recently. Oh, I'm still not even at 500. Never mind. I didn't do a ton today. Trying to get a little bit. I got so much food for this journey. I have like 2. Wait, what do I have? maybe 2 stacks of golden carrots, at least 1 stack of golden carrots, 1 stack of steak, and at least 2 stacks of regular carrots to turn into golden carrots easily enough because I have tons of gold. Uh, so like 3+ stacks of food, good food. I haven't even used the 10 extra steak have had on me this whole time. I used like 3 of them so far. Not even. I haven't even eaten. It's been days. I'm on like a fast while I'm flying here. Letting the wings guide me, bro. I don't need to eat. I don't need to expend any energy now. I'm just like sustaining myself through osmosis of the oxygen in the sky because, I'm like I'm a Skyfarer, bro. You know? That's what we do. That's just how we do it. I am at yeah. That's not much. That's not much left. 2000 is very much within our grasp here. This is awesome. I really hope that Elytra unlocks, or it's just, or I mean, I'm gonna unlock it for myself either way. Don't get me wrong. We're getting the Elytra on this stream. It's happening. I will just command that thing to myself. I'll command that sucker here. But I don't want to have to do that. I want to, I want to see the system work the way it's supposed to now. As I said, this is the test. This is the actual test. I haven't done it yet, although I'm not positive. I did an extra test on my other my alt, just to make sure that I wasn't seeing things. But when I logged in, maybe the numbers are wrong for some reason, but I checked and they're not. They shouldn't be. It's the only one I unlocked, so if the numbers are wrong, I should also have the Skyfarer. But I unlocked it. I had 2 Pathfinder Elytra. I thought I only commanded myself 1 previously. I had a couple on me. I had a Pathfinder. I had a Nerd Elytra on me, which is I think probably the same one. Uh, and I had a Slayer Elytra just for like testing purposes. I had 3 of them, I thought. And then I logged in after I had the plugin fully done, and suddenly I had 2 Pathfinder Elytra. So I was confused why that might be. And I'm thinking maybe the only thing I could possibly think is the numbers were off. So one of the main things added in this next small update that I'm going to do after stream here is a little thing that tells you in game and also things that'll tell me in the console what's happening, but a thing that'll tell you in game when you do unlock an Elytra. So if that does happen, it's not just like randomly shows up in your inventory and then you find out later that for some reason you have a new Elytra. Because again, as I was mentioning, they are technically like fully new Elytra. So when you get these, you do own another Elytra. So it slightly devalues real ones, but not really because the goal is that you can't have more than one of each of the skill Elytra, so it's not like you can stack just a bunch of them and just keep using those over and over. You would have to get a bunch of the skill Elytra, and then any other ones you have, which are a lot anyway. If you can get them all, I mean that's a ton, so you don't have to worry as much about vanilla ones. But obviously the vanilla ones, I only have 1 right now, so I got to show that thing off for about a half hour on my flight here, and then that was about it. Then I was back to just regular Elytra because that's what normally would use if I was ever in a situation where I thought I might, any PvP situation, I'll probably be using a vanilla one. Although, and this is why if we do an unlocking mechanism, it's going to have to do some like extreme checks, or we're just going to have to finagle it in a way that like having extra Elytra doesn't really help you at all, which I think is probably the more possible thing than just like denying somebody. But yeah, I think we'll be able to do it. It's just going to cost like a ton of money to replace it. So even just doing that will disincentivize people stashing them, even if they could stash them. Just making them like an exorbitant amount of money, more than a normal Elytra would be. So then it's just like, well, if I just want to stash Elytra, I'll just go buy them from KG or something. I think that's the easiest way, and that's definitely going to happen. And then also on top of it, I'm going to do the thing where you can just straight up only have 1 anyway of each type. And then so we're talking 30 once the 30th one comes out, 30 total eventually, plus the 6 mastery ones, plus it's going to be 37 total because there's one extra one, the Grand Master Elytra, obviously. If you're good enough to get, oh, I'm sorry, plus another 30. I don't know how we're going to work this one out. Maybe we will have to make it so that you can't have both the regular version and an ascended version. I don't know how we'll do that, but maybe we'll work on something like that. I mean, again, it's probably possible. It's just a matter of how much coding you have to do to make something like that work, and I don't want to have to do much because I'm not that good at it, and neither is ChatGPT. Again, the plugin side's not bad. So we could probably figure that out without too much struggle between me, ChatGPT, and Gemini. Boom! Some more money for us for the check, and there's the Angelus alarm because it is noon, and that's the wrong thing. Let's do that. And let me pause my alarm real quick. And also, let me pause the music. I'll pause my alarm, but stop it. Okay, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Behold the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Let us pray. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ thy Son was made known by the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection. Through the same Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. Rocket? Music? Angelus? At. Rocket. No, we're at like 400 now. We're doing 350. We're high enough. Keep my trajectory correct. We're good. Trajectory correctory. There we go. I'm trying to stay like right on where I am on the X. I've been kind of like veering off and on. So I'm not like right where I should be on the X, but it's not too bad. Oh, I'm blinking again. It's because I'm at 280. Yeah, it's because I'm in the clouds. Way in the clouds. But yeah, that's a lot of Elytra, is what I was saying. We might have to do something about that. That's like maybe the biggest concern is that you will end up. I mean, you have to do a lot to get all those Elytra. Not exactly easy. You have to play a decent bit. Like you have to actually be invested a little bit in the server at least, a little bit to unlock one of them, right? Just the playtime one takes 20 days, which is trying to account for the fact that we have AFK-able mode, but then also trying to bring it down a little bit so it's not achievable only by AFK people. Like Ben and me. And Pundy. Pretty much us three are the three that like use PC and leave our PCs on AFK. KG does sometimes, or did in the past. I don't think he has as much recently. But even on his mobile, he has. He's gonna have PC. Others probably will as well. I know others do have PC and they can do it. Will they do it is another question, I suppose. You're doing more than just AFK on your PC. You're using power while you're doing it IRL, right? So you do get rewarded for that. You're also getting something else in the game. You don't get much, again, with the currency. You see me getting this 100 coins every 20 minutes. That's like basically every full day in Minecraft, 20 minutes that you play. Whether you're AFK or not, you're going to get 100 coins. Pretty nice. If you join a kingdom, not these ones, but where are all my other ones? Here. If you join a kingdom, you can see it going up 200 every time. Every player in your kingdom every 20 minutes. It's actually just linked to a 20-minute timer, so it's not if they're on for 20, but just every 20 minutes it'll go off, and whoever's online will earn either 200 for their kingdom, so double what the coins would be kingdom money, but it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and you can transfer between them. So you're earning 200 coins basically for the kingdom itself, which can then give it to you if you want, or you earn just 100 extra if you're AFK. So there is a thing there. If you do go AFK, you earn half as much, but you do still earn some, which is cool. And I'm at Y90 right now, almost in the water. Luckily, it's water below us. Um, but yes, so there is still incentive not only to join a kingdom, but even just to be AFK for that. You're still doubling in a sense your money, but it does require your kingdom to be cool and pay you, which I do. My what are you guys called? My I have a cool name for you, but I can't think of anything cool. My members, basically. My members know well, my citizens, but more than that, they know well that they do usually get whenever they're on at least to earn some money. If they're not on, then they don't get nothing, right? But when they are on, and I at least know it, I suppose, then they do get paid for their efforts. They get actually at least double their money because I try to give them half of what they've earned, if that makes sense. If they're getting 200 every 20 minutes, I try to give them the 100 every 20 minutes that they did earn. Or if they're AFK all day like Ben, then they get half of that. But that's fine still, because again, you're doing it all day, then you're still earning a lot over time. So our kingdom's pretty rich. There are a couple other kingdoms now vying for some other positions, making some more money, because it is more than just a war thing, which it is, but it's also an economy thing because of all the money that goes straight into, like, if I do, which I should do right now, KRP, which is resource points, withdraw. I'm gonna withdraw 15. I'm gonna withdraw 20,000. Yes. So this dollar sign money, which is the resource points, well, it'll become. It's hard to. It is the resource points. See, it's coming out of there, and it's going into my money now. My slash bow went up, and that's C. That's like C for coins. This is a cent symbol, but repurposed. Get some more altitude here. So now I'm a little richer, but because I'm a generous king, also flying downward very quickly. Hold on. Let me get a little more altitude than that. I can see the ground already. Yeah, let's get up to about 300 here real quick. There we go. Check the Elytra is good for now. Okay. So then I can do pay Ben E. Awesome. I'll give you all 5,000, okay? I know the UAFK'd a lot. I know the Pundy was on a lot. So I'll give you both 5K. And I'll just type confirm. I have this on. This is a setting you can change yourself, so you don't have to do that, but I have it on. I'm probably going to take it off. It's annoying. And then I will go with a Pundy MC. 5,000. Thank you for your efforts. Good men. And then finally, KG, I haven't seen you on as much. I'll give you 5,000 anyway. There you go. Boom. Well, now boom. There you go, guys. There's for all of your efforts. I gave myself 5,000 too, I suppose, but who knows? I might end up doing something with that. What we have to do with probably a lot of what we have here. Hello. We're good. That was nothing. What we have to do with a lot of the resource points we have is convert that and then make our actual legacy city instead of our legacy PvP base alone. KG, you gave us AI designs for a massive kingdom. I think we should build that either at KG City or just some other location that's in a safe zone. KG City would be free for us to do it there. But I feel like that's a little cheap if we just repurpose the server city for that purpose. So I think we should just probably actually have to buy it. But it'll be in a safe zone, so it's going to be an individual claim of somebody, not a kingdom claim, which means I'll probably just do it myself. And that means I'm going to probably take most of this money for myself to make that plot. It's the main one of the main reasons for our currency is to make the claim systems work. You buy claims with both the RP on the kingdom side and then the coins, which are again the one-to-one exchange rate by individual safe plots for yourself in safe zones with coins. And you can also use those coins, of course, as you saw there, to trade with other players. So it helps the just general vanilla trade economy. I think a lot, honestly. All depends on how much you value the money. That's what it comes down to, is how valuable is the currency itself. So you know, we make it valuable mostly just by the claims, honestly. The claims plus it being directly tied to all of the currency used in the team stuff makes it a lot more valuable too. Especially again, as the actual PvP team multiplayer content, that side of things, as that starts growing, which I think is just it's one of those things. It's just a matter of time once we get the players that want to do that stuff more and more. Once they realize the benefits of it, just in general, I mean, you don't even have to be a PvPer because it's not you're not even getting money for necessarily PvPing. You're getting it for being part of a team, being online to contribute just somehow, and just even that way. Um, your contribution in the team will probably garner you more of that money, you know, because your king has to still pay you that money. Depending on how it's all set up, I would assume that they're not going to just let anybody take the money out though for most teams. But yeah, you don't even have to PvP. You just have to be around, be part of the team, all that stuff. Pondy, what's up? What's up? Yeah, so once that starts growing, I think that'll just boost the value of the coin. You know what I mean? Bundy, we're at almost 80,000 blocks out right now. And yeah, some people that don't know what's happening, you might say, whoa, if you're trying to go really far, why not just nether travel? Well, I'll tell you what, you know what would have been crazy if we would have gone 150k on the nether roof. Oh my goodness, what a just like great stream that would have been. Just 150,000 blocks flown on the nether roof. I would tune in for that for sure. Um, but no, I mean, this was pretty fun. I love exploring, so we found some pretty awesome sites. The goal, of course, is to build an awesome base at the end here, and then also find an end portal so we can return home. That's our goal. That's what we're gonna do. That is crazy there. Big forest here. But that side of things is gonna be for next stream tonight for our double header today to make up for our couple days we missed. Doing a double header, our regular scheduled stream tonight will be taking place way out here at somewhere between 150 and 200k. I guess we haven't even quite gone half. If we go to 200, we haven't gone halfway yet, but we're getting there for sure. Again, obviously, that's the whole point, is that the blocks traveled themselves. That's the point of this whole thing. Here's an update on our stats. Going toward 2,000 kilometers. We need to hit that 2,000, which is 2 million blocks already in Java. It's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, if we took all the stats from the other, like, what, 12,000 days we played in Bedrock before we switched to Java, everyone would pretty much have unlocked almost all the capes already, all the Elytra already, including myself. So it's kind of nice that we get the full stat reset, but not a full stat reset. It only reset back to the Java change. So there is still, like, we still have a bit, and I just crashed again. I'm not even paying any attention to my Y level anymore. I just fully stopped caring. I have eaten 2 pieces of steak, I believe, my entire journey. Mod Pundy has entered the building. I have passed 80,000 blocks. I'm going to get more altitude. Yeah, things are going pretty well. I mean, I've barely used anything, so yeah. I am flying to the wilderness of doom. Indeed. That is exactly where I'm going. In fact, I'm just flying until I get my new wings. My wings. That's all I want. That's all I want. You know, it'd be funny if we did like a I'm not gonna say it, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. It's gonna be so good. Am I gonna fly off the edge of the world? Yes, I am. I am. Call me Randy Columbus. Randifer Columbus. My goal is to find and sail off with my wings the edge of the world, the edge of the Minecraft world. It is flat. We all know that Minecraft world is flat, right? I mean, obviously, come on. We all know it's flat, right? Clearly. That's very helpful. I'm not going to be able to sleep this entire time or next stream until I come back. Well, I take it back. I don't care. I'll just break my bed and go back to spawn. Bye, Pundy. Did you literally just log on so you could sleep? Well, thanks. Appreciate it. That's very helpful. Um, yeah, I do think I'll just make a bed and we'll make a real base there and probably do all kinds of other stuff. Randa for Rolumbus. Yes. Wait. Randumbus. Okay. Randa for Randumbus. Okay. That is crazy. That's crazy. What's also crazy is we've flown. We started. Okay. So we've gone 75,000 blocks, I believe, so far on stream. Actually, that far. We started at about 7,000. Crazy. Definitely going to be a cool base. We're going to give it all the trappings. I think I'm going to find an awesome spot, Pundy. My goal is to. Now, it's actually like a two-part plan. I don't know if I can accomplish both because it might be too hard to find something that accomplishes both of our desires here. But at least one of these two things. We want to find an awesome looking spot naturally generated because there's plenty of those, and I feel like it obviously we need to pick an awesome looking spot. I feel like that almost goes without saying, but I will say it anyway. The other thing is that it would be nice if I could just convert an already there structure, right? An existing structure, so I don't have to do as much actual building. That'd be nice. A village of sorts, perhaps. It doesn't really matter exactly what it is, as long as I can use it. I don't really care. As long as I can use it and it's in a really cool spot. That's basically what I'm looking for. We'll see if I can accomplish it. If not, just a really cool spot somewhere past the point where I get my Skyfarer Elytra. After I unlock that, I'll start pretty much at that point. I'll start looking for an awesome spot somewhere. I should really start saving numbers in my phone more often because I might actually know who that is calling me. But I don't because I don't save enough numbers. I don't know, Pundy, which ones? Which ones do you have? Because it's possible that you did unlock some. So maybe. Which means if that's happening, then it should unlock for me then the right way. I assume that you would have like possibly like miner, builder. The stats need tweaked, but I'm not too concerned about you having them early because you're going to get them soon enough anyway, if not already have them even when I tweak the stats. So, I mean, yeah. You can help me test it though at this point. Okay. Okay, okay. Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. So I didn't. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. But wait, you have Skyfarer already. That's crazy. That doesn't quite make sense. Maybe something's not quite right there. Wait, how do you have all of those and I didn't unlock them yet? That doesn't make any sense to me. You should destroy all of them, I would say. Thank you. I don't know if you would have earned any of those yet. You definitely wouldn't have earned. No, you wouldn't have. There's no way. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for destroying them. I appreciate it. That's interesting though that you I did unlock the I think I unlocked the Pathfinder randomly for some reason. And it seems you did too. Um the Slayer makes some sense to me. Mariner, I don't understand why that one would have unlocked. It's not like you've done I mean maybe you've done a little bit. Maybe the numbers are really far off. What I don't understand is that how did you get the Skyfarer and I did not? Like that doesn't make any sense to me because I've definitely gone more distance than anybody else. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's good because if anyone tries to steal a bunch while it's in testing right now, I will just slash clear your inventory. So You know, you might risk other things getting deleted at that point. Oh, water plus. Yeah, I'm working on a few other things as well with it to make it all just work better, and hopefully those things will work out as well. That's like my next goal after stream. I got a few things already. Wait, yeah, your distance is 801 kilometers. That makes no sense at all to me. Why would it unlock for you at such a low distance? There's just there's something there. And you know what I think it is? I think it has specifically just to do with that exploration class of Elytra. That's why you got those specifically. And I'll bet you there was just something also off, either something off with Slayer, or you got it because you actually earned it because it wasn't quite set up right, and I didn't do the new one yet with the actual requirements. I should have looked at that one a little closer before launching the version, but yeah, it only had on like easy mobs, total accumulated amount of easy mobs, pretty much that could be farmed. So anyone like you that's been at a mob farm, again, I don't know why I wouldn't have unlocked that one as well. Maybe it's because I had it on me already. But I had two Pathfinder. I had a Pathfinder on me. Yeah. So yeah, put him in a chest somewhere. Yeah, put him in a chest. Yes, put him in a chest somewhere over the lava maybe, and then break the lava over top of or break the chest over top of the lava, so they drop out of the chest and into the lava. Yeah, sorry, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that that happens. That's what we want to happen, but getting rid of them is kind of a pain unless it's just commanded away. But that has side effects. You know, where I trust you, I trust you. But I think that that makes sense. I'm actually glad, thank you, Pundy, that in fact sort of helps with the troubleshooting because those are set up slightly differently because of the way they're tracked. And ChatGPT might have messed something up. But again, because of the Slayer one not including like hard mobs and also just being a like a sum total of all your specific mobs, but it was like skeleton, zombie, and all those easy ones. A cumulative number of that to unlock it, you could have actually hit that one, but that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, a lot of it's supposed to be, the hardest part of it's supposed to be the hard mobs like Warden, Ender Dragon, getting a couple of those kills. Do you want me to do that? Yeah, if you take everything, including what you have on your equipment, just take everything off, then yeah, I can do that. Just make sure you have literally nothing at all on your person at all, including your armor. That'd be the worst. We are pretty quickly approaching the 100K right now. This stream might be slightly longer than I thought it would be, but I kind of thought that it might end up this way anyway. I'm just hoping that, okay, if I see it actually pop up at 200,000 kilometers, then, yeah, 2,000 kilometers, then we do know that the numbers are right then in the code. Okay, cool. Then the numbers would be right in the code. Yeah. Okay. There. Should be good. Should be good. Ooh, look at this crazy flat area right here. Right on the bay. Wait, was this a bunch of water? I gotta go back for a second here. Hold on. It almost looked like we're way too far out. We want to build it in a safe zone, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looked like I was just flying into Legacy Kingdom there for a second. Like just could you just see Legacy Kingdom? Just boom, right there, all of this. It's not the worst spot if we wanted to make a super far away base. I don't know. Is it just a massive mountain right here? Yep. Well, okay, not really. It just extends even farther, actually. Hold on. Even better. Maybe it's even bigger. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to keep looking, but oh no, it's on like a. Oh. Huh. Oh, it's a river. Never mind. Okay, cool. Yeah, it did work. Nice. Awesome. All is gone. Yeah, but then if this does work for me, we'll know that the numbers work. I'm gonna crash. That's fine. The numbers work, but there's like some extra thing that's causing this specifically. I think the exploration ones and possibly then also the Slayer one. I don't think though. I think that was just the requirements themselves. Something's causing the exploration ones to like trigger early or something. But that's fine. We can fix that. We can fix that. I just tell ChatGPT, hey, this is happening. Fix it, and then it will. But as I said several times at this point, I already have like a ton of extra new stuff to add in. Some of it's like just to make things easier. Some of it's to simplify it. Some of it will hopefully fix these small things. And then also adding in the next 10, which is awesome and already basically done, which means I need to do the textures for those. That's going to be the next part I need to do, as well as doing the entire texture thing for which I'll probably do at the same time because I'll just do all 19 then for Bedrock's resource pack. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just tell ChatGPI to not be dumb, and then it doesn't listen. It never really does, though, right? No, no, I do have to give it credit where credit is due. It is really, really good at plugin Java, but mod stuff is specifically with the. We'll see how it does with regular mods. Maybe it's specifically just trying to do Elytra modding. I feel like Elytra modding is like the worst thing ever in the world. We'll see when we do the next one if the next mod is easier. We'll see. On ChatGPT mostly is what I'm talking. Not on me, but on ChatGPT, which means on me too, in the more secondary sense. um but yeah, as far as the mod went for this, it was a complete struggle. However, it took me less than an hour to do the last part, the whole requirements part for the plugin. It took me less than an hour last night. After I finally got the mod working after 2 days, I told ChatGPT what I needed for the plugin, for the final part of the plugin. Boom, 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 and it was done, and it was right. And I'm like, why couldn't you just do that for the mod, man? But no, it's because it's a lot more complicated. And I'm so glad that the plugin at least it understands that. Which I mean, come on, man, it's code. It's like the most logical thing other than logic itself. But we finally got it. We finally got it. The resource pack is a lot easier, possibly already pretty much done for Bedrock. So not a whole lot that needs done there. And as I said, yeah, I'm gonna add in all of the new stuff for the Bedrock one when I add that, so they'll get all 19 at the same time. As the same time I'm doing the plugin stuff. Next time I do the plugin update, we'll add all this in. We'll do the other 10 new next second batch, and then do all the resource pack for the rest of those. Oh my goodness! I hope I don't break something else in the process of adding more to the mod pack. All it is adding stuff that like is just increasing lists. Surely I don't break anything, right? Whew. I hope. Yes, yes. I did actually already test it with myself, Pundy, but awesome. Isn't it great? Not only can you see the textures, but if you're wearing one, you can see, well, others can see your texture. Or if you saw me now, well, not right now, but if you saw me with my nerd Elytra on earlier, you would have actually seen that Elytra. It is so cool, man. It is so cool. They're actual now in practice. They are fully custom Elytra in game. Like actual different, fully different items with fully different textures than an Elytra. It's crazy, man. I mean, I didn't think that that would be the first plugin slash mod that I would be making, but it's amazing. It's an amazing one. And again, as I mentioned earlier, um, and in past streams, like it's not something like obviously on this stream we're kind of celebrating and we're trying to finish one off. When I'm gonna finish one off, I feel like that's something we can make content from. But for the most part, they're just in the background. Like you can grind toward them, but they're just gonna be there for just extra something extra that's going on in the background. You know what I mean? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You mean I'm cooked because of the stream? No. Okay. You just mean me. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be grinding them pretty hard. That's kind of my play style is to chase after the achievements. So I've just added basically almost not quite infinite, but basically infinite achievements getting toward the Grandmaster Elytra. Oh, I cooked not I am cooked, but I cooked. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I'm so glad that it did work out and I did cook because uh yeah, I just I think I hope everyone's gonna enjoy it. I think it's gonna be a great draw. Yeah, sorry. Face to desk real quick, but now yeah, I think that it's a good I feel like I can do anything after dealing with that nonsense, to be completely honest. So this next thing, while it's gonna include a lot more stuff and it's gonna take longer because there's so many like assets and things involved for the PvE dungeon crawl thing, I feel like there shouldn't be any issue with doing it because everyone does this kind of stuff. We just are doing our own thing, our own custom one. It's going to be such a crazy plugin. It's going to be so fun, and it's going to be a better one because like you guys can actually like you guys can help with the designing of the skill ledger one. Still, there's still plenty to be designed in that regard. I still got to do the inventory textures, which are a lot easier, but I just haven't done them because they don't matter quite as much. They're still technically broken in the mod right now, so a little less reason. They don't even show up as different ones as textures yet, but they will when I finally get that fixed. But um, yeah, you'll definitely be able. You guys, at least you guys who are around and want to do it and stuff. That was a cool dark blue parrot there. Yeah, Pundy got his boss idea already. Plus, you guys can design the dungeons. You can do as much or as little as you want with these things. But we have at least four that we're gonna do, and at least 2 to 3 variants of each boss's dungeon. And you don't have to do every one, and we might even be able to like randomly generate somehow with some kind of plugin or something. Uh, one version of a dungeon, like if somebody does one, we can maybe do variants just with a generator, which would make it more than 2 or 3. Probably we do like maybe 5 or 5 to 7 or something. I don't know. But definitely like 4 bosses total once we get them all done. KG's all into it. Fundy, you definitely want to do at least one, it seems, which is great. I asked you were the first one I asked to see if you wanted to maybe include it somehow with your own base's lore that you were working on. You don't have to do that, but you certainly can. I think that'd be great. I told KG when he was getting all into it. I want him to post some of the stuff he was showing to me in DMs. I want him to put it in the mod. Redstone University, yo, like is that an actual thing? That'd be cool because I want to learn more Redstone, so you can teach me then. You can pay for the classes and then you can teach me for free, right? That sounds like a pretty fair trade in my opinion. But yeah, then you can earn that skill elytra. Yes, the skill elytra known as the engineer elytra for all your redstone crafting. Yeah, I'm super looking. Oh yeah, so what I told KG though is I think we should do to start for sure 2 overworld bosses slash dungeons, a nether and an end one. He had an idea for an end one already. He also has an idea for another one. I don't know if I want to go with that idea, KG. Possibly. We'll think about that one. We'll brainstorm the nether one because you also had a different idea that you thought would be that should be sort of related to trial chambers, but I thought just based on the AI images you showed that it looked like really good um for a nether boss. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a perfect nether boss. We'll talk about it, especially with all the other things implemented in that one, and also in the other in the end one. Pundy, I assume you're working on one that's probably going to be overworld related, so that's good. I told KG also, along with that, we want those 2 overworld, another and an end to start. We might add more bosses. Who knows? We can do more than 4 in the future, but we'll do like one at a time. So I also told him the first one we do probably not going to be Pundy's because we'll let you one work on it and let us work out any kinks with the first one we do, so we don't like ruin yours or anything, you know. And then maybe you do yours second, and then we'll do the nether, and then we'll do the end. That seems to make sense to me. Or in the meantime, maybe we'll throw even one more. Okay, that's what that was. I thought I saw something. Yeah, cool. In the meantime, might throw on one other overworld boss. You know. Oh man. Okay. Okay, we got tons of XP, so I'm not really too worried. Plus, let's just pop all these in instead. We'll swap all these out here. Go, go. And this one's the here we go for anyone who has missed it. There it is. Bing bong. Now you know that it's different. It changes based on whichever one you're wearing. If you're wearing that nerd Elytra, the 20 days played, again, just so you know that I unlocked it the right way. It's true. It's real. There it is. And now I'm going to take it off because it's broken. It's broke. It'll be first. Definitely follow the advice of those Elytra. I do believe those are the only ones I have now. Oh no, there's one more. There's one more. No, we're good. You won't forget. Also, you know, while you're at it, do what this pickaxe says, I think. Both of those things would be great. Put that away. Let's snag this up. That's why, you know, we can do anything we want right now. We are very rich. Well, hopefully we'll remain that way. I hope there's nothing that happens that takes away all of our riches because, I mean, our ender chest of dreams here, we can never run out. That's why we can just like straight up make a new base at 200k out and then just find a stronghold. No big deal, you know. A lot of noises happening. I don't know if that's natural things or not. Oh, hello. Join our Discord, guys. Link in the description. Oh, you didn't get to see what Pundy said. That was just Gen Chat there. That's no fun. Oh, okay, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but that's interesting. That is interesting. I like that. You guys come up with, again, as little or as much as not only like the entire thing as you want, but yeah, in like more specific terms, like if you want to design the boss, you can design as much of it as you want, and I will implement it as close to your design as I possibly can. Let's just say that. ChatGPT will. Slash Gemini. Again, I was using a little more Gemini because specifically for the modding process because ChatGPT kept getting caught up and I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. ChatGPT kept getting caught up in different spots, and when that would happen, I would switch to Google. I get fed up, and I switched to go over to Google to try to help me, and it would cook for a while, as Pundy says, as the kids say. Apparently, I don't, which I do. But then you know it'll go for a while, and then it would fail at some point, and then it would just get caught in a loop and not know what it's doing. And then I'd pop it back over to ChatGPT, and it worked. Eventually, between the three of us, one person and two AI, we figured it out. Oh, that's why I heard it from the other computer. I was wondering because streamer mode is enabled, as I told Pundy in his stream last night. Streamer mode by default was enabled for me. I don't know. There is a thing in Discord to do that. It'll like detect when OBS Studios is open at all, and it'll turn streamer mode on so it mutes everything. Very useful, especially for whenever people watching your stream like me are spamming the Discord at the same time. But hey, I had a really good reason to spam it during your stream last night, right? That's literally whenever I finally had the mod working. I finally got it to work during his stream. I couldn't believe it. I took a very long break yesterday from doing it, and I came back. Probably took me less than an hour when I came back from the very long break to get it finally working. Oh, it felt so good. Felt so good. However long I was in your stream was how long it took me because I basically came back, I popped in your stream and got back to it. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I already have so much ready to go. After this is all done, I'll work out some stuff on the economy side of things / team side of things. It's like kind of combined, which should be a lot easier. I was having trouble with the script I was trying to do for the both grief prevention needs a script and Kingdom X needs a script to like prevent claims in wrong areas. And I was having trouble with just those simple scripts. Now looking back on it, it's like how I was ChatGPT again was having trouble. I don't know how. Like you did this whole thing. I don't know how that's an issue, but we'll figure it out. It's mostly because you're dealing with other plugins and stuff. So how do you do that is the question. We have some visitors. I didn't expect that. I forgot that that would be a thing that happens in the game when I've flown for more than 3 days. That's fine. We'll just outfly them, right? Let's just zoom past them. They got no chance. Get out of here. They didn't even do any damage, so whatever. So yeah, once that's all in, also be able to add the script in that there's one more. I am being chased, straight up being chased. There's one more script that would do the fully correct kingdom's resource points rewards, because it's supposed to reward you more. Every player is supposed to get more based on how much land your kingdom owns. So the more claims you have, the more resource points you get per 20 minutes per player that's online for your kingdom. So if you got players on, you got land, you really start snowballing with money, and that money can then be just straight given to your other players, like we did earlier. So great money making method. That's all straight. That's all through PvP, because you don't have to do any PvP, but you do have to realize that those claims are contestable claims, and they can be invaded, and then you can thus be killed, or just they can just be taken. And if you don't contest them, I mean, if you don't defend them, they can just be taken, and then you just straight up lose your basically your money making method in a sense. Thus, the better PvP teams, they can have their places longer and more securely. They can maybe have a bigger team because of that. Definitely have more claim land because of that, more money because of that. And again, it's a snowball effect once you start getting the money and coming in and you get the claims and all that stuff. So, and while yeah, it is cool, and we should definitely build a massive legacy kingdom city in a safe zone. We won't get any extra benefits rewards from that. It'll just be a cool safe zone city that we call our own, which is fine. Like, I think that's a great idea. We should definitely do that. The idea KG had for an actual like big awesome kingdom looking place, I feel like that would be great. We could call that. Oh, yo, I've never. This is my first woodland mansion. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna mark where it is. Way out in the middle of nowhere. But that's the first woodland mansion I think I've seen in Monkraft. I mean, I'm slightly tempted to see what's up, but should I? I mean, there's probably so many goodies in there. I feel like I should wait. I feel like I should wait. This is like a different. We could do so much exploring and stuff, and we'll see. Definitely come back to this. I took a picture. I know where it is now. I'm out of here. Definitely gonna be back to that though. Awesome. It's pretty far away from everything, but we'll make the journey if we don't find another one to do this closer. Because we are pretty much like at the exact halfway point between Bend City, where we took off. At this point, we're so far out, we're pretty much halfway between that and spawn, and also where we're going. So, yeah, yeah. It's sort of a halfway point. Not a bad halfway point, though. Maybe we could use it as such. But yeah, that's why I think all the PvP, it'll definitely amp up for everybody. All teams would. I mean, you're all. If you want to get some good stuff, if you want to get the money, if you want to be a little richer than other teams or other people in general, you need to be on a decent team. If you want to be a good team, you need more players on it, active players. But again, even if you're just a grinder who can get materials, that's at least something. There's no like there are caps to teams, but the caps are overcome so easily that any team that is like getting close to the maximum members can upgrade their member count, because they would be certainly rich enough to do that if they have that many members, I would imagine. Because like it shouldn't be that difficult to do. If you're getting the members, then you can unlock the thing to get more members. It shouldn't be. It's not supposed to be a struggle unless you're spending all your resource points on other things. Then I mean that's kind of your own fault. But then you just recoup a little bit from people being online, and boom, you buy your membership upgrade, and then eventually, I think there's I mean, we'll probably have a cap at first, but if we ever have a reason to, we can make it unlimited. But we'll probably just cap it just because. Um, I don't think I mean, we could make it like a 50 cap and probably never hit that. So, but yeah, that's I think it'll definitely add incentive. Maybe we should have a cap of some sort, just so like I don't know. I feel like any cap we would have, it would still be so big that if a team actually gets to it, they're pretty much unstoppable. But maybe we'll make it like 30. Just so, we can always increase it incrementally, but we'll make it to begin even, which should be like to begin it should be like 10 probably. And I feel like we already have the ability to put 10 people on our team. Speaking of, there's that also, but that's not a thing that we're worried about right now because there's just it's not used right now. What it is it as it just said there. Yeah, once things grow, um, I think there might by default be a cap though. It's a crazy high cap already though. Like we're not even going to be able to hit it. But I think by default there is. So I think I'm just going to keep it how it is already. I feel like you can do the member unlocks, and I don't know what it is once you get all the member level unlocks, but there's only a certain amount of those, and then whatever the last level of membership unlock gets you is what the cap is, I suppose. So if I would do K Nexus open, I might be able to see it. As you saw there, yeah, invasion's free, so you don't have to pay. That would be the way to raid people or take people's places. You would have to pay RP in order to invade people, as long as they don't have a shield up that they paid for to block invasions. Or a mass war comes eventually once we actually have, like Pundy said, same with the caps and things. We'll turn mass war back on and you actually use it once people are using the PvP system and all of this. But for now, it's just kind of annoying to see it pop up all the time. I'm looking for the settings. I think is where no. Back, it's one of these unlocks. Members, no. Missed upgrades. That's the one. Max players there. So every upgrade allows you to have 5 more. Okay, so you can have we're level 0 of 10. Never mind. So you can get a ton, but it is a cap. There is a cap. Um, but yeah, it's a huge one. So we'll just keep it where it is, probably forever. We might have to lower it, to be honest. Some of that's one of the other things I got to configure. There's a few things there, but again, since we're not fully using that yet, we've got to kind of grow a little more for that to be fully utilized. It's basically fully implemented. Just we need more players to be using it, is all. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I wasn't as worried about getting everything prepared, but only a few things needed. Few again tweaks here and there for those upgrades. Turned off most of them, but as far as those like slight like boosts that you get from being in your own territory that you can get upgrade wise, we will keep that, but the boost per level, the boost is going to be a lot less. It's only going to be like my goal is to make it about 5% for the entire max level for all of those. Like so, if you can get it maxed out and level, then you will get a total of a 5% damage reduction, 5% damage increase, attack boost, whatever. All that stuff that was available there. So it's definitely not game breaking, and it's not going to be easy to get to the max levels. There's like 100 or 50 or 100 levels to them, so there's a ton. They're going to go up, and it's going to be more and more every time. It's going to be relatively expensive, but again, it'll be worth it, and it won't be game breaking or vanilla PvP breaking. It'll just help you, defend your own territory a little bit better, just a little bit better. Turned off all the other like certainly not vanilla stuff though. That's all gone. Just a hole. Wonder what that was. It's just a hole. So guys, I've been just yapping away, but what else am I supposed to do when I'm just flying around cool village there? I don't want to check it. I just love leaving things pristine, you know what I mean? I could be checking all this stuff, getting some cool loot perhaps, but I like leaving things how it is, you know what I mean? I'm just an observer here for now. Just call me the observer. Until I find my place. Until I get to the end and we build our base. Yes, I meant to rhyme there. I thought it was maybe about time. That lava pool looked almost exactly like the other one above. Yeah, we're about 100 and we're over 110,000. Should we do a stats check? I think so. Simply sublime. Oh boy. Yep. Yeah, that I guess that makes sense. Yeah, 25. Yeah, 25,000 blocks. Yes, because I was already over 150. I was less than 150,000 needed. I was probably like 140,000 needed. I don't know. I guess I did a little extra flying around since we did that first initial check. I did do some extra stuff while I was getting. Luckily, there's water there. I guess we really, yeah, we were flying around a bit. And then I went the wrong way and came back. So I guess that we did get some extra mileage there. So I will probably not hit like whatever would be 140,000 on the Z here, but close enough to that. And that is right around where we'll be 20. Actually, it is right about 140. So yeah, cool. I thought it was 160, but it's actually less than 150 is what we need. So whoa, it's gonna happen earlier. We're almost there. We're actually yeah, we just looked 25K away. I'm trying to do the math on the Z coordinate. I just looked 25,000 blocks away, pretty much. Nice. I sure hope it unlock. They unlocked for Pundy. They should unlock for me. He didn't even earn them, and they unlocked for him. That's crazy. No, but that one just I fully do not understand how that would have. Like you would think, oh, my inventory was full. Hmm, that might be an issue. I wonder if I already unlocked either way. Once I hit the 200 or the 2,000 kilometers or the 2 million blocks, whichever way you want to look at it. Once I hit that, I'm just gonna give it to myself because I will have earned it. But it's possible that I already unlocked it and it won't give it to me because it thinks I have already unlocked it because that system is in. Hmm. But I don't think I have a system. If I actually have to make something, I don't think I have something in yet. This is definitely something we need that drops the item if the inventory of the player is full who gets it. Because that must be why I didn't get as many as you did. Ah, aha. That's why I only got the Pathfinder. Yes, it all makes sense now. I should have known the whole time. I should have known it was because my inventory was full. Yeah, the Pathfinder one filled it up, and then the rest just didn't spawn in at all. They just disappeared on attempting to enter my inventory. They couldn't, and they just didn't. Interesting. So the game probably thinks I also earned the Slayer one, just like Pundy did the actual way with the wrong requirements, but actually earned it. And for some reason, again, I still think that the three exploration ones somehow have something wrong in the way they're set up. That's like giving them automatically because we did not get anywhere near. And this should actually, now I take it back because if I would have already unlocked it and the game thinks that I did and it marked me as already having it now, then I will not unlock it when I hit that. Even if the unlock logic would work, we won't know. But if we do unlock it the right way, then we do know. I mean, if we see it, then we know it works. There's a very high likelihood we will not see it though. Some of that probably makes sense to you guys. Most of it might not. I'm sorry if I can't explain it because I'm trying to learn it myself. I was trying. Yeah, it's like, wait, what are you talking about? A cap? Is that a miss? Is that a typo? No, I just forgot what we were talking about. But speaking of putty, I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have to tell you guys maybe at some other point. I'm trying to keep this as a crazy area. I'm trying to keep it a secret at the moment. I just thought about it, but I have such another great idea. that's even it's I should say equally perhaps as custom as the Elytra thing. Um, but it's like it's definitely like more unique in a way as well. But it's like also I'm trying to be very cryptic here. It's like more directly related to us in Monkraft. Like they're gonna be like it's something that's very I'm hoping will be very like in a sense like I don't even know how to put it like bond like you know something that's very that we would as a community get to keep very close to us in a sense because of how not special in a way like oh how special this is but it's kind of like it's going to be kind of cool definitely really awesome I think like the thing itself is going to be awesome but I think the way that it's implemented is going to be like is going to be the thing that makes it even better because it's going to be like very it's going to be very specific for just us if that makes sense like the skill elytra thing is obviously too because it's ours but that could easily just be someone could take the code and they could do it on their own whatever they could do the same thing with it they could do probably the same thing with the thing that I'm planning on here making the one ring yes that's exactly what's happening how did you know Shh. You're not supposed to tell them yet but no this one's going to be it could be like re-implemented but it won't be the same it wouldn't be ever be able to be done the same way as we're going to do it here so it's going to be super special and it's also at the same time going to be super awesome and it's not going to override any of the other awesome stuff we're doing which makes it even more awesome right so a lot of awesomeness happening right plus if you guys did forget we do have a guy named Ben E awesome so I mean like just right there if this all seems amazing and awesome to you and you are a like-minded individual like Christ you don't have to be a Christian but if you're at least a traditional sort of minded normal uh family friendly sort of value individual and all of this sounds great to you join our discord put in a Minecraft application and you can possibly then join us here on the server snub has joined the server I'm gonna have to tell him should we slash embassy snub to see if he does it or not. Oh, he might have not been able to get in. He's same thing as me. He's got so much junk on him right now. Sorry for snooping snub, but you only have the one. He's not even gonna know. He probably won't even see it there at first because he only got the one, and it doesn't tell you yet. Yeah, and I can confirm myself that they don't like the other ones don't drop or anything. They should do that though, because if you would get one, it's safe because like he has a bunch of stuff, but like I don't want him to have to drop all this stuff, or he might not be like near anything. That's fine. I don't have to. It doesn't have to be immediate. He only got the one anyway because he's looking at stuff. Yeah, that's all good. It'd be worse if he had like an entire inventory full of them, but He only got the one. So I think that's exactly what's happening. He did the same. It was the same thing as me. He just got the one to fill his inventory. I don't know if Snubs knows about anything that's happening. It's in the Discord. I made. He'll be more happy whenever the one for player kills comes out. Yeah, I actually had it on there already. I don't know if it was fully working for Bedrock players because I was testing on Java for one, thinking that that was what it was for. And I also, again, I think there's a few kinks I need to work out with that still, which is fine. It's small stuff, small, just like um, syntax things. But I basically think I already have it, which is good. I hope it. I hope I do. I hope I can just pop it in there basically today. Same as the extra plugin stuff. KG's gonna do the same. Look at these guys. Hello, KG. I got to embassy you so I can see what you got. What's up, brother? Wait, huh? Did someone ban you for 7 days? I didn't do that. Were you grounded for 7 days? That is that what you're trying to say? No. Oops. We're gonna do it, KG. Oh, I can't type. Oh, look at that Pathfinder. Wait, he got like doubled up with it. What? Why did you get the double? Hmm, that's weird. Did I wait? Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna have to slash fly. It always makes me fly whenever I do that. And log out. Is it gonna give me a bunch too now when I log back in? Please don't do that. That should definitely not happen. Okay, I have slash. Oh, and you did log back out and back in, and it didn't happen for you, I assume. So it did not happen. Okay, that would have been horrible. Yeah, the two Skyfarer and the two Pathfinder. If you could just either either stick them in a chest and I can deal with them later, or clear everything else you have on you except for those, and I can just slash clear inventory you real quick. It'll also get rid of your equipment stuff that's on you. So get rid of everything, inventory and equipment, and I can just slash clear inventory, and those will all be gone. And then I might have to just command them to you when you unlock them the real way. But yeah, sorry, sorry you don't deserve them yet. You honestly, if we would have been tracking all stats from all time in Monkraft, obviously you would have earned the Skyfarer by now. Oh yeah, KG. I did not get the, as I just mentioned, a snub before you join, right before you join stream, I think. That's my next goal. The Bedrock resource pack is a lot easier to do, and I think I already have it pretty much ready just from testing before, not realizing I had made it. So hopefully I can just get that back on the server quick for the Bedrock textures for you guys to see them as well. Because right now oh boy, right now all I've done so far is the mod. It's the mod for Java side to be able to see them. Sorry, um, it is a two different system thing for when it comes to seeing the textures. The plugin is server side, so it deals with pulling. Well, I should say the either the mod or the resource pack, depending on if you're Java or Bedrock. Um, it basically connects with the singular plugin that's on the server, and they tell each other what's happening and what needs to happen. The plugin tells which to grab from those things, and we all see the same thing, so it all works out. It's just that it is implemented in different ways, right? So, in fact, a lot easier for Bedrock. For what the only thing that seems like it's better on Bedrock, except for the add-on called Better on Bedrock. It does seem like it's really the only thing, but yeah, Elytra, this specific thing we're trying to do is a lot easier to do there. It's specific, it's straight up just a Bedrock pack or an add-on resource pack. That I'm gonna get in today, hopefully. I'm gonna also, while I'm at it, I'm adding the next 10 Elytra as well. I already have the code stuff for the plugin to do, with a lot of a few other tweaks that'll hopefully fix what's happening here, as well as add some other stuff that'll help out. Do it. Okay. Boom. There we go. And so Riptide might as well, right? Yeah. Hopefully that will be fixed. So today, Bedrock side textures, so everyone can see the stuff. Adding the other 10 to both sides, Java and Bedrock, doing them all because I'm going to do them all for Bedrock at the same time. Add the Java ones in so they all have all 19. Do the plugin stuff, and boom. You found your chest plate in a tree and didn't despawn. That's hilarious. Nice. Watch out for that tree. I've smacked into a couple things already on this one, but I haven't taken like any damage, so I'm pretty good. I've been pretty good. I've barely eaten all the food I stocked up, man. I stocked up like stacks of food, several stacks of food. I've eaten like 10 pieces of beef. I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty great. I'm gonna turn on some you guys want to listen to. I already had on. Let's listen to the cave beats, the cave jazz that is, because this is newer stuff. Save the cave songs for later. However, we did already listen to some 8-bit bop earlier, so we'll probably be ending on this stuff. We're 3 hours in. We got to be really close to hitting this. Although again, we might not see it unlock, unfortunately. That's kind of too bad. But either way, I'm getting the requirement. So that's what matters. And I am also adding something so I'll be able to see the stats of everybody in logs, which would be great for especially for Bedrock players who can't always quite see, probably can't see all the same stats, but they do exist. All the same stats exist, uh, but you just might not be able to see them the same way. But if I add this log thing in, then I'll at least be able to see them. And so if there is an issue and somebody doesn't get one that they should have, I can check the log to see if they do in fact have what they need and give it to them. By the way, look at that. 1997 right now. So close, guys. I'm going to go a little past. We're going to go for a little longer because I did want to hit, I mean, let's hit at least 15K or 150K because I'm not even quite there yet. I'm not even at 140K yet, and I'm about to hit this thing, so. I think we go a little longer. Stream's going to end as soon as we hit the spot that I want to stop at, I guess. I don't know if it's going to be exactly 150. Hmm. Okay, I say we go to 150 exactly, basically, and then I'll start looking for a spot from there. How about that? That's my plan. That's my plan. I won't pick a spot until we hit 150. It'll be after the Skyfarer Elytra. We will use that Elytra. What? Do what in the end? Fly? It doesn't really change anything. It just fly higher and with less scenery, I guess. Doesn't really change anything. But there is actually, as you should know by now, KG, we have the Netherwalker Elytra planned. Or I'm sorry, the Netherwalker and the Voidwalker Elytras planned. So there is actually one specifically tied to traveling in the Nether, which is going to, or I'm sorry, the Nether and the End. And the End one is going to be far, just like the Elytra one is a long distance, because you could double up. You could do your Elytra traveling in the End and work on both of them at the same time. Plus, you can get some extra Elytras while you're at it. That's also a good reason. I could have done that, yes. But this is slightly safer. I do want to build a base at the end. And Voidwalker will be exactly the same thing. It's going to be straight up exploration. I do have to set it up still. It'll be part of the third batch because I'm assuming it works, but I just need to make sure it does. That I can actually track it. And I do think before you start doing it just yet, it might be something that won't start tracking until I actually set it up because I might have to set something up to count it specifically. Everything else, if it's tracked by these stats, if these Minecraft vanilla stats are tracking it, then it's going to take everything that we've already done during the Java play, since the server switch. It'll take everything we did and it'll use that. But if I have to set up an extra system, like only count travel in the end, or what was the other one? Only yeah, oh, the days survived. Setting up the days survived thing, it'll only count from current days survived time because it's gonna wait until you the first time you hit like the whatever mark it is, 15-day mark survived, and by hitting that the first time, you'll unlock it. So if you've hit it in the past, the game I don't think remembers that, and so the Elytra won't be able to unlock for that reason. And the same thing might happen for the Void and the Netherwalkers, because I think I might have to set up a thing that actually specifically tracks the travel in those dimensions and adds that together. But so that all being said, just so you don't like start early and it not be counted, those will probably be if anything's going to be easy in the third batch to put in, it's going to be those things because those just require something pretty simple extra. But all the third batch stuff, all the last ones are going to require extra things added in. But most of the first ones, all the first like 19 that we're doing here, that's why I can add this next batch in so quickly. They're just pulling from the Minecraft stats. It's very simple for those. Some of them might like require extra things, but it's not so bad as an entire like plugin file, like an extra class file that's doing something, which is fine. But yeah. No, not walking on the void, but the name's cool, right? Because like Skywalker, Voidwalker, Netherwalker. And this isn't. I'm not getting the Skywalker Elytra here. This is the Skyfarer. We don't want to be that on the nose, but also, ChatGPT came up with those names, but they sounded super cool, so I wasn't going to be changing them. I think Voidwalker is awesome because it's like, yeah, you traveled very far in the end. How did you do that? Oh, I'm just the Voidwalker, bro. I just walk on the void. What is void? I've gone 2 million blocks in the end, but obviously everyone knows you probably flew the whole thing anyway. So, but that's fine. That's fine. It's all part of the fun. I think you'll like it as well. You mentioned in one of the DMs that there should be an Elytra linked to the end boss specifically. I half agree because we're going to do an Elytra for all of the bosses combined and multiple kills of all the bosses to unlock the skill Elytra that's for those. That we'll probably call it like the dungeon Elytra. It'll be the 30th one. Yes. But we will also then have the Voidwalker Elytra, which is at least an end related one, and also is the color combo you're thinking. If you look at the color list that I have, you'll see that it is like not a straight up black. I think we went with more like a void, dark, really dark grayish, possibly purplish black, and then like a purplish trim color. Um, yeah, I think it's gonna be not like purple, but more like I don't know, maybe like more closely related to a netherite, maybe a little brighter than that. Sorry, Sydney. I think I just woke her up. I also have to move my legs because they are killing me with the way I'm. As always, like I'm like laying with my with my sitting with my legs like this or whatever. It like, but like I'm almost like straddling a horse the way my legs are because I'm like she's like laying on one of them the whole time, and then my other leg is just out the other way. Sydney, man, it's always her fault. I know, puppy. I always blame you. Yeah, but I do have to just. Sorry, dog. I have to stop cuddling with you for a little bit. We are at 140,000. I should have unlocked it by now, right? What's this guy looking like? Okay. It's got a lot left, but yeah, I should have unlocked it. Pretty sure that the game thinks that I already did, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, 2004. Let's go. Okay, that counts. GG. I made it. It's time to check it out, right? Also, we do this. We need this. Also, grab this. Oh, I got 6 levels. Is that enough? Oh no, it might not be. Oh, hold up. This is definitely worth it. GG Flyman. Thank you, bro. Thank you. It was really hard. It was really hard. I did crash into some stuff. I don't think I need too many of those. Those things are as close to broken as they can be. How much is on that? Wait, why can I not see durability? Am I losing my mind here? Yes. Grab this. That in here. That there, I guess. There, actually. That makes more sense, right? The one that's completely broken. Basically, completely broken. That there, and skill Elytra. Give me. We'll check everyone else's stats later once I get the log thing going. I can make sure everyone else no one else maybe deserves one already and it didn't unlock. Because it is possible. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Skyfarer. We are the farer of the sky now. Here we go. Again, you can't see the icon texture doesn't work yet, unfortunately, but that is much less important than this. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I like it. I think it looks really good. And I'm going to be designing the other 10 today, possibly if everything else works out and I can get to the design process of those next 10. That's the next part. I already got the plugin stuff, the code stuff. Now I just need the fun design stuff. Maybe I'll even depending on how tonight's stream goes and what happens before then, maybe we can do some block bench coloring tonight on stream, possibly, along with our cool building and then our return journey through the end portal when we find a stronghold around our destination here. Grab these out, yeah. Or maybe I'll even just do it in Discord if anyone wants to pop in and just watch some silent video of me coloring some Elytra and maybe even give me some input on the exact colors for it. There. We need to take this off. It is pretty, isn't it? It is very pretty. Like the sky. We are the sky. We're the Skyfarers, bro. That's what it should look like. I had some other ideas for it, but I don't know. I just feel like that has to be sky blue and white, right? It's barely white. It's more like a very, very, very light blue on the trim there. You can probably tell. You got the eye for it. All right, put that away. Put this away. We had exactly enough levels in XP. Look at that. AG's gone. Bye. All right, let's go. The last part of the journey for today. Checking out our new Elytra. Sweet. Bundy, I would imagine, we'll definitely have to just look at it, but I would imagine. I think the only reason you don't, I just like knock my contact out of the wrong spot, but I would imagine that once I get it set up properly for all the blocks that should count do count for builder, you probably already unlocked that one. So you'll have something you can rock at least. Oh, okay. Knocked it back into place. We're good. Oh, we're at, okay, hold on. We got to go 10,000 more blocks, guys. Hold on. We get to fly 10,000 with these puppies, and then I'll pick a base. Pretty much. That's where I'll go. That's where I'm gonna head to. Like and subscribe. I do hope you enjoyed. This was actually going to be Wednesday's stream if it didn't take me 2 days to figure out the mod, which is what put me behind schedule. I just really wanted to get it done. So I'm sorry I missed my streams, guys. I think you understand. We have a literal plugin. It's crazy. A plugin plus a mod pack that goes along with it. So many cool ideas coming. Like this sort of unlocked the door a little bit, not just for my abilities, but like giving me some ideas as well. Like the one that I really want to tell you guys about, but I can't. We're just going to have to wait. You'll just have everybody, because nobody, I'm not going to tell anyone about it. I'm not going to tell any soul about it until it's time. You'll know beforehand. You'll know a little bit beforehand before it really happens. But up until it's truly prepared and it's all in place and ready, nobody's going to know. Secrets. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I do have another sort of secret plan that's less plugin related and more just I have a plan for an awesome build here in Monkraft that's going to be a massive thing. Pundy has it figured out, but yeah, don't tell everybody again, Pundy. But also, joking aside, if somebody does somehow think that they do know, and they DM me it, I won't tell you if you're wrong, but I will tell you if you're right. I won't give you an answer on it unless you are right, but I would tell you if you get it correct. Don't just spam me with what you think it is, because it's not going to be easy to guess, I'll tell you that much. But it is going to be amazing, and I can't wait to do it. And it's also not something that we've already talked about, because that wouldn't make sense. But those are also going to be amazing things. And that's really what's going to come. There's once I do these like few little things, not just with the Elytra getting all those, specifically the last batch of them, because that might take some time to actually do that one. Shh, Pundy, please. I said DM. He knows me too well. And Sydney, for that matter. I totally lost my train of thought because of that. Oh yeah, really after we get that and we do all the other economy and kingdom tweaks that I want to have done, which shouldn't really take that long, I'm thinking. Then really the only thing we got left, because the Elytra thing was supposed to be the first big thing we do after everything else is ready. Everything else is basically ready. So once we get all the basically ready to actually ready, and we finish the skill Elytra stuff, at least to the point where I'm working on the third batch, because it might take some time, then all we got left is the PvE stuff, guys. It's crazy. Whenever I started thinking of doing all this stuff, I did not think that I would actually have accomplished all of it. I really didn't think that it would all just be as possible as it was. Like, it basically exactly what I had in mind was all possible. It's crazy. It feels pretty good to actually have it turn out the right way, you know what I mean? Not just the skill Elytra, but everything else, like the Kingdoms X stuff, which isn't even ours, like just a plugin that was perfect for what we needed. Just a few little, again, few little scripting things that we add for our own purposes. Oh, it's so good. So good. It's exactly what we need. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I hope that you people out there in virtual land also think that it looks awesome and want to join us here. Help us grow the server and join in all the awesome fun that you can't. Now we're getting to the point where not only can you not get this community anywhere else, a again Christ-centered, wholesome community that just doesn't really exist online. That's the whole goal. Not only do we have that to offer that nobody else really does, that makes us unique in itself and is the main thing after all. But now we just have these extra cherries on the top, right? Now we have actual like unique Minecraft things in our server. On top of being a forever world server, which also doesn't like really exist that much. So I don't know. I think it's pretty awesome, man. And there are some things they're not as secret. I'll talk about them a little more to you mod guys. KG knows about them. We talked at length about these things. But there's other things I have planned for, like the whole Monkraft and beyond. So we're extending the Monkraft environment a little bit to all of Minecraft, sort of implementing all of the other event type of things that I wanted to do. Um, Actually getting some of that stuff done more, and I what I think is maybe an easier and better way for everybody involved. I think it's going to be also another really awesome thing. It's less something that needs implemented and something that's just going to be used over time. The first time is going to be the hardest time, obviously, figuring out the basic way to do it all. But once that happens, I think it'll just be kind of reusing the same thing over and over to get it going again when we want to use the thing I'm talking about. I'm going to keep it a sort of mystery to stream people, you guys, but and possibly also to the larger Discord, um, as well as like the exact ideas we have for like the bosses and stuff. I told KG, yeah, the mod channel in Discord. If you guys want to share anything about the dungeon pack, you can share it in the mod channel because everyone in the mod channel should be, I think, is probably going to be involved in it. So yeah, that'll definitely be a place to do that. Yeah, as KG said, definitely. No, it's gonna be great, dude. There's gonna be so many reasons to like come and hang out. There's gonna be so many other things to do aside from all of the other awesome stuff just in general there is to do in a multiplayer world in Minecraft. And the other stuff we already added, the safe zones, the safe claims, the PvP claims, like it's all just to hopefully incentivize people playing together, people being able to basically do anything they want to do and like have a good way of doing it, whether it comes to either building safely or doing PvP and having others to PvP with and like a real objective, you know what I mean? We got it all here, man. Well, we got it all in Monkraft. We are the best server there is. I'm just has anyone, by the way, have any of you realized that I've been wearing a reverse skin for like the past two streams? Just saying again. I pointed it out. I have pointed it out in the last stream. I asked if anyone noticed anything else different. I don't know if anyone else noticed anything else different. Look at me, man. Maybe it's very subtle. It's very subtle, but yes, I have a reverse skin on. I've been using it for several days now. It looks really cool. It turned out really nicely. I like this purple color a lot. That's basically my favorite purple color. The dark one there, I would say that's probably my favorite color in the world. That dark purple, which is basically the netherite color, as I said in the past. Rockets. Oh wait, that's right. I have another. Don't tell Ben what kind of rockets I'm using. By the way, we don't speak of it. We don't speak of that. He does not need to know. By the way, I am 2,000 blocks away from our destination, guys, which means it's time for me to take a full break from stream until 6 p.m. tonight when I come back for the second part of our double header stream. Okay. What is this? Wait. Hey guys, I've reached 150,000 blocks out. I've gone where no one's been before. Oh wait, it looks like someone's dug out all of this. No, it's actually just a mine shaft. Never mind. Never mind shaft. But I'm gonna mark this. Hold on, hold on. There's a chest just right there. Okay, that's the wrong thing. Okay, I'll be back to this for sure. This is definitely gonna be close. I would imagine close enough to our base. Random andesite hatch. Maybe find something cool here. I don't know. I don't know. So now what we got to do in about 1,500 blocks is we got to find a cool structure slash. Well, first we got to find a cool like natural structure, natural thing, and then we got to find. There we go. And then we got to find hopefully a cool structure near it. Whoa, a name tag. That's crazy. I okay. Well, I wasted a rocket anyway. All that for naught. Looks like we're building another Templar tower, guys, out in the middle of the water. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to build in. Are we going to build another sanctuary, another Badlands base? How about we get somewhere we haven't used yet? I know I'm going to build a temple in every biome, specifically a structure build called a temple in every single biome. So I'm going to have one of those in every one, plus every other build I have. Let's not, get it's not like triple up in the Badlands or anything like that. Look at this. This is weird, man. This has to be. This has to be. Yeah, another mine shaft. Why do they look so weird on the surface? I guess it's. Oh yeah, it's like the literal paths of the mine shaft. That's why. Okay, so we have two. Should I just take another picture? I guess. Why not? Why not? Might as well. Templar Temple. Yes. That should be it. Oh. Oak Forest. I haven't even hit 15,000 yet, so can't really pick a spot just yet. No jungle. I don't want to build in like a densely dense forest. A sparsely dense maybe, but not a densely dense one. Okay, 15,000. We have made it. We've made it. That was like half of the goal, but the real goal was, of course, unlocking these awesome Skyfarer Elytra. What's next, guys? Which one do we do third? Should we get all of the Explorer ones? Should I just like focus on the industry mastery Elytra first because it's possibly the easiest to get, especially for a grinder like me? Because I do enough building that I can get it, and I also then do enough crafting. Like I do all that stuff myself that 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 I do. Plus, I do a lot of log chopping anyway because of our tree farm. Maybe that's the next one I'll get. I'll just go hard at the tree farm until I get to logger elytra. Let's go. And oh, let's just oh, I know, guys. Let's make a base out of an abandoned ship. That's a really unique idea that no one's ever done before. It's certainly not on this server. We should just make a base out of this abandoned ship. I think that's a great idea. We would be the first person on the server to do it. Yeah, Templar, that definitely worked out. That definitely worked. The Skyfarer, now I need the Skyfarer. True, though. 5 million blocks, Pundy. I don't know if that was a joke or not. It was a half joke. If I can go 5 million, I will unlock the Ascended Skyfarer Elytra. Should we actually? No, you know what? I don't even have to. What a lame idea, a ship. Yeah, right. I know. That is a super lame idea. Why would I even think of something like that? That's just dumb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who would, no. No one wants that. But yeah, I could actually do that. I feel like I'll end up just doing that because I end up flying around all the time anyway. Hence why I'm already at 2 mil. And more at this point. This Elytra is still looking good. Hopefully we can keep using it. Oh, wait. Should we just make a base right here? This could work. Like, maybe we got a village close by. That's very possible. We got plains and taiga. So we might have a village very close, but that specific spot looks pretty amazing. I do have to say. Oh man, we got a ton of stuff we could do here. Got this massive mountain. Got a big river. Got a lot of plains. Basically 2 biomes at least. Plus the water right here. I think that this is the spot. What do you think? Yeah? I don't know. Of Doom. I don't think we could get a better spot than this. We're definitely going to use that for something sacred. This mountain here. Yeah, we meld into a taiga, throw back to spawn. Got a little taiga. Is it a lake or is it an inlet? Oh, it's an in. I think it's a full inlet, my friends. Maybe. That's pause. That's it. We're just gonna keep going on. Okay. I don't know. Where am I now? Hold on. Let's not get too far away. Okay, so that's going out a different direction. This is our sea. I think I'm just gonna stop right here, guys. I think this is the spot. There it is. There's our cliff. Look at this thing. This is the same one, right? There should be... Wait, is this the same one? No, I'm in a fully different spot, aren't I? Oh, that's just the other side of it. This thing extends. Is this the first part I saw? Where in the world am I? I must have been farther this way. Yeah, here we go. Was it this? This is what I saw? It was. This is what I saw. This is what got me excited to build. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. I like that it's right on the water there. I like that it has some foothills. It might be the main area that we end up going with, but look at this place. That's the sacred mountain for sure. But this cliff is insane. That's a good old Java cliff there. Okay. All right. I'm done going crazy over a cliff. But you guys know how I like that natural generation. The cliff is crazy. Do we use the cliff or do we use the other spot? Now that is the question, I suppose. How are you even still here, bro? How did you follow me here? You are that's pretty epic of you. I'm bad. I'm bad at the game. We all know this. I am tempted to use the cliff because the cliff is pretty crazy. But I mean, we're definitely going to use it. Do we use it as the main area? That's the question. That is nuts. A lot cooler than over there, that's for sure. Oh, there's stone down there. Let's not die. Not die yet. I'm gonna have to think about it. Oh, never mind. There's nothing to think about, dude. Look at that. What? We looked at the one little side and I was like, oh look, there's some water next to this piece of land. Dude. There's an entire bay next to this boomerang-shaped cliff. This is crazy. Look at this. They literally cannot get any better than that. That is the coolest area we could have possibly found. I'm X-raying, bro. I'm X-raying. Oh, hi. Hello, friends. I've met the locals. Hi. You don't want to have me over for tea, I guess. Oh, your kid too. Get your kid in line. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, I'm being attacked by everything in the world right now. Is there a hole here? Are you guys just crawling out of an evil cave? Sort of? No. Oh no, never mind. That was a creeper. What am I saying? That hole just appeared there. Well, I guess this is where we're gonna build since creepers are already starting to do the excavating for us. Here, I'm gonna do this. Oh, there we go. Perfect. This is my spot for now. This is where I live for now. No one else is allowed here. No other no one, no mobs, no one. This is me. This is mine. My own. my precious. Use all this dirt from the creeper. Thanks, creeper. I appreciate it. I thank you so much for giving me building blocks, man. Get this one back. Hold up. I don't have enough. I don't quite have enough. Gonna have to expand my domain here a little bit. Okay, and this is where I log out for the day. For right now, log out / end stream in this lovely little hole. But I think we've seen enough around here, right? We've seen what it has to offer. It is amazing. This is just a crazy, awesome place. Wow. That's it. Join me tonight again, guys. We'll do a massive build here. And then, no, dude, nah. Get that creeper away. Just run far away. Run. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. We will be back. We'll build a massive base on this cliff. We will get back home through an end portal the safe way, and so we don't have to die and lose our 1 level. You know, that would be horrible. Get another death on the server. We don't want that. Not more than we need to get, which is going to be a lot as it is. So that's our plan for tonight. 6 p.m. the actual time for our stream. Maybe some other stuff, depending on what's going on. I got some stuff planned already for tomorrow as well for our also normal stream time at 10 a.m., which we started today, but normal every day except for today. Today's our 1 evening stream, which we will have tomorrow, as always, in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But also, we'll do another special evening stream for Saturday, special stream in the evening tomorrow for Saturday as well. So double header. So I can make up for all the days, and so we can get all those daily gospels in. That's the biggest reason, right? So yeah, we'll do, if you just want a little spoiler for tomorrow's stream, because tonight's going to be some building and some finding a strongholdage. Tomorrow, one of the streams at some point, we will be doing a bunch of kind of random stuff at Bend City, I think is the goal. And we're just gonna mostly fix everything that needs fixed. Hello? We're just gonna fix everything around the city. One of the main things I want to do, if I can remember, there's a couple main things, I guess, but one of the things that's on the top of my head, we can try to rebuild most of the meeting hall, because that's still fully, broken, fully destroyed, except for the floor and the glass. Ben City Mob Farm, the cane sugar there needs redone. We should redo that so it's actually working again. That's my main goal. Maybe do some storage things there at the mob farm at Ben City, because it's looking pretty bad. We were doing some stuff, I think, at Spawn like this, which is kind of like fixing things. Maybe it was at Ben's. We need to do more fixing around of stuff for real, though. And I'm going to try to get an actual list. That's a list so far. Maybe a couple other, more fun builds. We were doing a lot in the village last time we did this. We kind of stuck to that village area. I'm going to do a lot less there, probably none there this coming time. And whatever else happens, I don't know. One of the streams tomorrow also might be hardcore, finishing up my hardcore challenge, beating the dragon in 100 days. It's not going to happen in 100 days. I think I could have done it in 100 days if I would have planned on that at first, but my first goal with that was to survive 100 days and then do the hard things to beat the dragon, like survive 100 days and then start actively looking for a fortress after that point, after I geared up as much as I could to that point. But I pretty much did all that already. I won't probably break the 100-day dragon in 100 day, but I will be close-ish to it. We're at day 94 or 5 or something like that. I still need ender pearls, I think is what we're at. Everything except ender pearls is what I have. So we need to go enderman hunting. Is going to be the way I do it. And then find a stronghold and beat the dragon. That's pretty much all I need to do for that stream. So it'll either be part of the morning stream, or it'll be on Saturday tomorrow, or it'll be that special evening stream, because I did want to do that at some point during the week here and not on one of those main streams. So you might see that Friday or Saturday evening, tomorrow evening. which yeah, would mean then that'll all be done. I might make a video then out of all of that, put it in a video form. The full first part of my very first hardcore world. It's my very first hardcore world. It's crazy. I'm a very cautious player, so it was easy. And so far, everything else has gone well enough in terms of the harder things toward the end of the game. There's a hole here. Let's clear that up. I was wondering why I saw so much light coming through. You could see me so well. That was weird. I'm actually, hold on, yeah. I'll take that out for now. So you can actually see me for a second. What are you owing, bro? What is ow? What are you doing? All right, that's it though. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you tonight. Sydney knows what's happening. She knows the sign off. It's happening right now. Why are you owing? Randy with the Nerds Templar. Peace out. Join the Discord. Like and subscribe. Fundy keeps falling. Stop falling, sir. Stop it. Go check out Pundy's channel. Pundy MC. Peace.